thanks you. The Boston Stadium in Foxborough is bathed in June sunshine, a wonderful setting, a stadium that has a capacity of just under 65,000, home to the NFL Giants, the New England Patriots, the MLS side, the New England Revolution. The two huge flags stretched out across the turf, and we are set for what should be a fascinating game. We brought you Brazil's dramatic win against Japan earlier on today, a last gasp winner from Arsenal's Gabriel Martinelli. Later on we've got Netherlands against Morocco, but now Germany, Paraguay, and we're set for the national anthems. Well, I'll tell you what, the Paraguayan players to a man absolutely belted out that national anthem, pure passion. This is Germany's first knockout game at a World Cup since the final of 2014, when Mario Götze wrote his name into German football folklore with an extra time winner against Argentina. Since then, Germany's reputation on the global stage has taken a nosedive. They suffered back-to-back World Cup group stage exits under 2014 coaching heroes Jogi Löw and then Hansi Flick. But Julian Nagelsmann rebuilt belief to a certain extent with a run to the quarterfinals of Euro 2024 on home soil, and now he's expected to have a deep run with Germany in this tournament. But there are question marks. A big win against Curaçao didn't come with a clean sheet attached. Dennis Undav dug Germany out of a hole in a dramatic comeback win over Ivory Coast, and a strong German team was bashed and bullied in defeat to Ecuador. Paraguay have already surprised a few people after bouncing back from a 4-1 thrashing against USA to then qualify. This is their first World Cup since 2010. They're determined to make the most of it. This is a physical, passionate team with a dash of flair. Can they cause a gigantic upset tonight? Let's give you the two teams then. Germany with Manuel Neuer in goal, 40 years of age. A back four of Nathaniel Brown, Antonio Rudiger, Jonathan Tah and Joshua Kimmich. Felix Mecha and Alexander Pavlovic in the deep midfield positions. A front four of Florian Wirtz, Dennis Undav, Leroy Sané and Kai Havertz. As for Paraguay, Orlando Gil in goal. A back four of Jose Canale, Junior Alonso, Gustavo Gomez and Juan Jose Cáceres. The midfield, Matias Galaza and Miguel Almiron out wide. Andres Cubas alongside Damian Bobadilla in the engine room. Up front, Gabriel Abalos, the 34-year-old, alongside the youngster Julio Enciso, 22 years old. 3 goals in qualification, 12 goals in France for Strasbourg this season. Tony Cascarino alongside me. It is a fascinating clash of styles. What do Paraguay have to do if they're going to get the upset in this one?
Well, don't give any gifts away, that's for sure, because we've seen that by a number of teams at this tournament already who have gone behind very early, and stay in the game. Stay in the game. If they're a dogged team, which we clearly know they are, looking at them in the lineup, they look a fearsome group, don't they? Pretty mean bunch. They do look it.
They'll have a tackle. There's no doubt about that. They'll have a tackle. They'll have a foul.
Well, don't lose your heads. You know that one thing. You know, okay, Miguel Almiron got sent off in the game for his gesture to his face, with his hand over his mouth. But don't make tackles that are going to get you in trouble. Try and keep doing. I mean, they felt like they were a team early on, Kevin, that were going to be out of the World Cup pretty soon, and they've now got to the knockout stages. So there's something there.
It's a Paraguay team that's used to comebacks. You look at their qualification campaign, they only had 1 win and 1 goal from the first 6 matches, but under their current coach Gustavo Alfaro, they turned things around. They qualified in 6th spot in the CONMEBOL South American qualifying, and here they are in the knockout stages, beaten 4-1 by the USA in their opening group game, but they came back to beat Turkey 1-0, and then a goalless draw against Australia got the job done. Paraguay in their chain strip of dark blue, Germany in all white with that chevron of yellow, black and red across the chest. It is a fascinating game in Boston. Can Paraguay cause a huge upset. They get us underway in bright sunshine at the end of June. Can they end Germany's World Cup run earlier than predicted, or will Germany answer their critics? Straight away, and Enciso on the charge down the left edge of the area, and he drags his shot wide. It's going to be a corner, took a flick on the way through, and Julio Enciso straight away causing a problem for Germany.
Yeah, Enciso there straight away picks up the ball, attempts a shot at goal, and gets rewarded with a corner kick. Great chance for them.
Enciso, one of the players that can cause a problem for Germany. 3 goals in qualification. Former Brighton and Ipswich player. And he will take this right-footed, bleached blonde hair. He's got plenty of big targets to aim for in that 6-yard box. Manuel Neuer, who has looked shaky at set plays at times, organising his defence. It's a high ball in, and it's found a player at the far post who hooked it goalwards. It was Junior Alonso who had the effort, and it has just been smuggled behind. Took a final flick off a Paraguay player, but Germany were a mess there, and it then came back off Alonso and went behind for a goal kick. But Tony Cascarino, Germany all over the place there.
No, they didn't deal with that corner very well at all. No authority, no one going up and trying to make a challenge. They looked like they were all waiting for somebody else to take command of the situation. So yeah, a struggling one, and an opportunity there for Junior Alonso,
a 33-year-old who hasn't scored for Paraguay since March of last year. He's only ever got 3 goals for his country, and this is his 75th cap in this one, but that was an opportunity for him. And he was denied by the German defence initially, and then as he stretched to retrieve the ball, ended up poking it behind for a goal kick. Germany now in possession with Rudiger 10 yards inside the Paraguayan half. He works it to Florian Wirtz, left corner of the penalty area, rolls it towards Dennis Undav. It never reaches him, but Pavlovic wins it back. Then Undav can't force it through, and Paraguay will look to break here with Enciso. He's outpaced the rest of his team so far. He's going to have to wait for support. He's got Avalos up with him now. Enciso just held it a little bit too long, and in the end, Felix Mecha, who's been one of Germany's more impressive players at this World Cup, galloped back to win it. And now free kick's been given against Kai Havertz. 2.5 lively minutes in Boston. It's Germany 0, Paraguay 0.
Yeah, Enciso there. He's got to release the ball. He had options. Paraguay broke very, very quickly. And that's, I think, the intentions is going to be most of the night, because when they haven't got the ball, literally every Paraguayan player is getting behind the ball.
There's a problem here for the vastly experienced Gustavo Gomez, who's making his 93rd appearance for Paraguay in this one, playing in his 4th World Cup campaign. Finally has made it to the finals, but he's seemingly struggling at the moment.
Yeah, then he got involved in a challenge, and it just gets caught by his knee by Undav, just catches him. He went down immediately. He's holding his right knee.
Of course, if a player has to go off for treatment, then they have to wait a minute to come back on. But he's just being treated on the pitch at the moment. The former West Ham player, Balbuena, is warming up, ready to come on if necessary. It's been an incredible campaign, really, for Paraguay, in the sense that they looked awful in their opening game. They were beaten 4-1 by the co-hosts, the USA, but then they kept back-to-back clean sheets. They beat Turkey 1-0, even though played a chunk of the game with 10 men after Miguel Almiron had been sent off. And then a goalless draw with Australia that could have gone either way, actually. Yeah. Both teams had chances to win it, but they are here on merit.
Yeah, they've got here, and you know, I always feel that you have to get something on the board early on in a short, you know, in a group stage that consists of 3 games. But there are teams that manage to have that belief and grow into a tournament as well.
Voice there of the former Republic of Ireland striker Tony Cascarino alongside Kevin Hatchard for this one. 5th minute in Boston, 0-0, and Tony's chuckling because Canale, the left back for Paraguay, has just had a good old-fashioned non-league sending. She's absolutely hammered it as far as he can down the left-hand side.
Yeah, he pinged it with great venom as well.
Have it. Here comes Wirtz down the left-hand side for Germany, rolls it towards Undav. It'll come for Havertz, back to Undav. Undav's tried to just curl it gently into the top corner, but it's floated wide. But that's what Dennis Undav's all about, imagination and quality. But on that occasion, the radar wasn't quite working, and it's a goal kick to Paraguay.
Yeah, it was a little dink at the far post for Undav. He tries to just chip it up and put it in the far corner. I think there's a better option inside him. Sane's inside him. Just slip it sideways.
Yeah, Leroy Sané was not a happy man there, was he? He had his hands spread out to say, did you not see me then? Here come Germany bringing it out from the back with Rudiger, who's come into this team because Nico Schlotterbeck, the left-sided centre-back for Germany, is out for the rest of the tournament with injury. He's had a horrible time, Schlotterbeck, this season with injuries. Lovely flick on by Havertz. He's found Sané, tight to the right touchline, far side for Germany. He rolls it back in field for Havertz. Havertz will poke it back out to Sané. Comes in field, the Galatasaray man. He finds Pavlovic, his former teammate at Bayern. Now another Bayern player, Kimmich, who threads the ball forwards down the far side, the right, as we look at it for Germany. Germany in that traditional white kit. Imperious figure of Jonathan Tah finding the veteran Antonio Rudiger. He just strokes it out to the left and Wirtz. The Liverpool man with a drop of the shoulder. Left corner of the area. Curling cross in. And it was a really good piece of defending in the end by Canale to just jab that ball behind for a corner, because that was a really searching ball in.
Great, brilliant play by Wirtz. He puts the ball into a danger area. Canale just gets his right boot to clear it for a giveaway corner. But if he didn't clear it, it was Havertz waiting like a predator behind him.
It was Kimmich to take the corner. Kimmich winning his 114th cap for Germany in this one. A man who's won 16 trophies with Bayern, played every minute of the World Cups in 2018 and 2022 and the last 2 Euros for Germany. What a servant he's been for club and country. And he'll take this corner in swinger, raises his right arm, plays it in. It's a really high delivery, back across by Tah, only half away. Wirtz with the shot, right-footed from the D. He got it all wrong. He got venom on the shot, but not direction, and it flies over the crossbar.
Well, it was a really deep corner, and it was a good one that just isolated Rudiger, who then headed it back into the air, into the 6-yard box. They get clears and drops for Wirtz. He just can't keep his half volley down and blast it over the bar.
Paraguay qualifying as a third place team. Germany were group winners. Julian Nagelsmann, their coach, said, I felt we were punished for winning our group because we had to find out our opponents after a long wait. He said, luckily it's a pretty young coaching staff, so we could pull all-nighters watching games and analysing teams.
We can already see down the left side that Nathaniel Brown and Florian Wirtz seem like a good relationship.
Brown has been a really impressive player since coming into this Germany team. He's dislodged David Raum, who is a more senior player, but Brown has done brilliantly for Eintracht Frankfurt, has earned a move to Bayern Munich. He'll be playing for Vincent Kompany next season. Space here for Alexander Pavlovic, another young player at Bayern, just 22, missed the Euros with illness. Tah, who won an unbeaten League and Cup double with Bayer Leverkusen, he plays it out to the right. And today, Germany just slowing it down to walking pace here. Nearly 9 minutes gone on TalkSport. Germany 0, Paraguay 0. Nice switch by Tah to the left-hand side, and Wirtz tries to force it in field. Paraguay able to clear with Cáceres, and now Almiron with a nice change of direction. That was a poor challenge by Pavlovic. He really dived in, and the referee Jalal Jaid of Morocco, not too impressed by that, but it's going to be a free kick and nothing more.
Well, I think he's slightly lucky there, Pavlovic. He's really come across Almiron, and he's holding his knee, and I thought it was a poor challenge.
Pavlovic is one of the players who has had a bit of stick in the German media. There's been a lot of talk about whether Joshua Kimmich should come in from right back and replace him in the heart of midfield, but he's trying to make up for lost time. Pavlovic, I mentioned that he missed the Euros with illness. He had an acute case of tonsillitis. He went on to get glandular fever after that, so his career's been already stymied by illness, but seen as a rising star at Bayern and in this Germany team. Busquets type player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Keeps the ball moving. Zane tight to the right touchline, drop of the shoulder. Seen that time and time again down the years, just that grace, that ability to glide past players. Now Pavlovic again, Germany with plenty of the ball, we expected that. But Paraguay holding firm. Kimmich with a diagonal. And the free kick is going to be given. It was a foul after the ball had been played, so Germany will have the chance to launch this forward. It was Enciso with the challenge on Kimmich.
Yeah, again, well, we said it before the game, Kevin, that there's going to be a lot of tackles and it's going to be hard to break down this. At the moment, Paraguay are defending really, really well.
It's with a low ball into Undav, and I think he was trying to let it run for Havertz, maybe, just hoping Havertz has made the run beyond it.
Yeah, he's a little through it, he let it go through his legs, but no one was there to profit.
He has looked razor sharp, Dennis Undav. He's been a sub in the other games, 3 goals and 2 assists already, and he tries to flick there to link up with Havertz. He's one of those players, Undav's always thinking, always trying to be ahead of the defenders.
Well, he's got really quick feet. He's just one of them. He can take it with one foot and hit it with the other very quickly, Undav. And he's that there though. The one instant he should have tried to hold up the ball to, instead of a quick flick, because it wasn't really on. It was in such a tight situation.
He'd be in my 5-a-side team, I think, Undav.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them sharp players. And I remember watching him at Brighton, and there was just something about him, the goals, and St Gilwell, wasn't he? He was there as well. And
that's right.
And you could see that he's got goals in his locker.
He's got to elite football the long way round. He was released by Werder Bremen at the start of his career, really, a club that he was desperate to play for, because he was a bit too short, and in his own words, a bit too hefty. And he thought about quitting the sport, but he worked his way up the divisions. And here he is in the World Cup. Here's Wirtz, just trying to jab the ball in fields. There's a Paraguay player who's been down for about 30 seconds here, and Paraguay just trying to draw the referee's attention to that, and he is now moving across. It was Cáceres who was just held off by Wirtz and took an arm to the face.
Yeah, it's an arm with sort of leading him with an elbow as well. Is it enough to warrant? I don't think so. I think he's fine, but the defenders are trying to get so tight to the German players. He's had an elbow. I wouldn't go that far. I think it's just Wirtz holding him off.
Germany opened their campaign with a 7-1 win over Curaçao. Then needed a last gasp winner to secure a comeback win by 2-1 against Ivory Coast, and then they lost 2-1 to Ecuador, but still won the group. That loss to Ecuador ended an 11-match winning run. What have you made of them so far, Cass, in terms of their overall campaign at this World Cup?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think there's more to come without a doubt, Kevin. I mean, I always feel you have to grow into a tournament. You hit the ground running and look brilliant and everyone loves you. You're not Brazil of 1982 and end up knocking out.
That's exactly it. Some of the best teams in the World Cup haven't actually won it. Here is Wirtz down the left again, finding Nathaniel Brown, and he tried to just chip that into the penalty area, but Almiron, working back from the wing roll, was able to block it, and that ball goes behind for a Germany corner. Nearly 14 minutes gone here on TalkSport. Germany 0, Paraguay 0.
Well, most certainly you're going to see this Paraguay team all over the park, literally make challenges, stay with runners, not give an inch to this German team.
Again, it'll be Kimmich to take. Big Jonathan Tah up from the back. Havertz is just moving towards the far post. Kimmich's delivery, again plenty of air on it, again to the far post. It was Kubas who cleared, but the free kick's been given to Paraguay anyway, much to the frustration of Julian Nagelsmann.
Yeah, a whipped-in corner again. To be fair, it's all surrounding the keeper, the German players, and it just falls in a deep area. A lot of fighting going on, or wrestling going on on the corners, set pieces.
That probably suits Paraguay, doesn't it, really? That's their style, they're passionate, they're physical. They've given away plenty of free kicks in this tournament. They've had plenty of yellow cards as well.
I think it's going to be a long evening for these two teams, because there's not much change given out on this game.
Remember, we have to have a victor, whether it's by normal time, extra time, or indeed a penalty shootout. And winners of this round of 32 game will face the winners of France against Sweden, which takes place tomorrow. We'll bring you that live on TalkSport. Every single World Cup game brought your way on the TalkSport network. Space here for Tar, big number 4, approaching the centre circle for Germany. There's a nice ball out to the right touchline, and Zane, who kicks it in, and now Havertz, and that's lovely. Touch round the corner, back for Zane. He'll go on the outside, turning on the turbos, and Canale came across to deal with the danger. Telescopic left leg shooting out to get that ball out for a throw.
Yeah, good play by Sane. He's trying to commit defenders to come and close him down. Jose Canale was there to make a challenge and give away a throw-in.
Canale actually playing at centre-back. We wondered whether he'd play at left-back. He's playing centre-back with Junior Alonso actually in that left-back role. Both are versatile. That's the way they've shaped up so far. Here's Mecha, the long-legged central midfielder. Exchanges passes with Pavlovic for Germany. This is all in the Paraguay half. 10 yards inside Paraguay territory. And now Rudiger, the former Chelsea man, plays his football for Real Madrid. Gets the ball back from Nathaniel Brown. And it's with Tar. It's a nice switch onto the chest of Undav. Germany probing, looking for a way through. He's volleyed away again by Almiron, who's getting through plenty of defensive work. The former Newcastle man. Now Wirtz just tries to chip that over the top, looking for the run of Havertz. And the ball bounces up, comes off the back of Wirtz. Bit of an argument with Almiron about whose throw that should be, and eventually Wirtz just moves away. He has admitted, Florian Wirtz, that his first season at Liverpool didn't go entirely according to plan, but he feels he learnt a lot from it, certainly improved physically. Feels that he'll be a lot better this time around. Of course, he's going to be working with Andoni Iraola at Liverpool. Joshua Kimmich just holding off the challenge of Galaza before moving it on for Germany, who are absolutely dominating possession. There is no shock there.
No.
The danger is what happens if they lose the ball in dangerous areas.
Well, Felix Meta's got to get in this game at the moment. He's not really getting much of the ball, the Borussia Dortmund player. He's finding it hard, and his influence on this team has got to be in the forward areas, because there's a lot of tackling going on, a lot of little niggly fouls, isn't there?
There is Rudiger just to the left of the centre circle. 18 gone on TalkSport. Germany 0, Paraguay 0. Knockout football in the World Cup in Boston. Sun-kissed stadium in Foxborough. A bit of space for Rudiger, who finds Wirtz again, tight to that left touch line. Played a lot more centrally at times for Bayer Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso, and played centrally at times for Liverpool as well, but he's very much on that left-hand side for Germany at the moment. It's to accommodate Undav in the centre. If you are just joining us, Jamal Musiala dropped to the bench for this one in favour of Dennis Undav. Here is Zane. Heavily left-footed, comes in field on that left foot, but the attempted 1-2 doesn't really work out. With Mecha, they're trying a few little things, but not breaking through.
Not really. Look, they've been very vigilant, Paraguay, so far in the way they're defending. They're waiting and sort of saying so, they're inviting Germany onto them.
Paraguay in 18 South American qualifiers only conceded 10 goals, but they only scored 14. That gives you an idea of what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I sort of suspect that by the way they're lining up, because they are really working their socks off.
There are different ways to win a football match. It didn't look as though they were going to qualify after the first few games, so they really recovered in qualification, just as they have in the finals. Here is Zane, he's faced by two and couldn't get through them. Just toe-ended away from him by Junior Alonso, and then Galaza did the rest. And as Tony Cascarino says, there are double teams happening all over the pitch actually, whether it's the wingers doubling up with their fullbacks, or whether it's Enciso and Avalos trying to press as that first line of defence. Lots of hard work going on from Gustavo Alfaro's team. It's a nice little change of direction by Mecha on the right wing, but his low ball is a poor one. Easily cleared by Canale for Paraguay, who were in their first World Cup finals since 2010. They got to the quarterfinals back then. Finished 6th in qualification. These teams have only met once before in a competitive game. That was in the last 16 of the 2002 World Cup. Germany won 1-0 with a late goal from Oliver Neuville. Space here on the right wing for Zane, but it's all a bit slow from Germany. It's all a bit ponderous. They got stuck in this trap against Ivory Coast. Trying to play through the middle a lot, not playing at pace. And it nearly cost them. Almiron working back well again, is fouled by Brown. And with nearly 20 minutes gone on TalkSport, it remains Germany 0, Paraguay 0.
Yeah, you can feel that Germany are getting frustrated. Just the game's very stop-start. We just saw for the first time Felix Mecha, show a little bit of ability of try and take a player on, because you're going to have to eliminate someone. If you're going to create a chance, I think this Paraguay team is so well set up. You're going to have to get someone, whether it's Wirtz, whether it's Mecha in the German team, they're going to have to eliminate someone.
Forward by the Paraguayan goalkeeper Orlando Gil, making only his 10th appearance for his country in this one. A little bit different to Manuel Neuer, who's making appearance number 128 at international level. He's the third oldest player in World Cup history to play in a knockout phase game, after Peter Shilton and Dino Zoff. He's keeping pretty good company there. Chance here for Galaza to break for Paraguay, and Kimmich got back there, and Galaza's had the free kick given against him. I think he's a bit unfortunate there, Galaza, but it just shows you a bit of space opened up for Paraguay there, and Kimmich had to close that door pretty quickly.
Yeah, for Matis Galaza there. Again, the intensity of the way that he wants to attack the ball. Josh Kimmich done really well to, it was a foul against him, but get back and just clear the ball.
Here's Kimmich inside right channel for Germany, out to Zane. Germany with lots of the ball, but moving it slowly. And that could cause problems. Paraguay won it back, a rare bit of possession for Avalos, but they couldn't keep it there. And Avalos seemed to be tracked down by Jonathan Tah there, and Tah, like a naughty school kid, just walks away with a wry smile. Caught with this cookie jar there. We're going to have our first hydration break of the game, and that means I can tell you what we've got coming up for you on the TalkSport network. So 2 in the morning, Netherlands, Morocco. What a belter that's going to be. Ian Dancer alongside former England defender Mickey Gray for that one. Then at 6 o'clock tomorrow in the evening, Ivory Coast against Norway. Those two games that we mentioned on TalkSport. And then me and Cass are back together for France against Sweden tomorrow. That's 10 p.m. And that is going to be a cracker as well. Whoever wins that, France against Sweden, plays the winner of this, Germany against Paraguay. Early hours of Wednesday morning, Mexico, Ecuador on TalkSport. That is 2 a.m. kickoff. And then 5 o'clock it's England in the early evening. England against DR Congo. That's on TalkSport with Jim Proudfoot, the former England skipper Stuart Pearce. Then on TalkSport 2 at 9 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday, Belgium against Senegal. Wall-to-wall World Cup football on the TalkSport network. Julian Nagelsmann has got a huddle going on around him of Germany players. Tony Cascarino, what will he be saying to these players?
Well, he's got to try and get them to understand what's in front of them, and it's literally bank after bank of defending. And I think he'll want these more technical players to just have a bit more of an influence on the game. Whether it's Havertz, whether it's Wirtz, I mentioned Mecha, just someone who can make a little bit of a difference, because they're not giving you any gifts at all, Paraguay. If it's there to be cleared, they'll do it. So it's more about suddenly trying to create some space for someone.
Paraguay, the only team that's had a shot on target so far. That was the early effort from Junior Alonso, that never really got very far in truth. It was smuggled before he really got the shot away. But Germany so far, 2 shots, an expected goals figure of 0.007. They only had 7 touches in the Paraguay box. You're chuckling about XG already.
Well, I saw, before the game started, I was thinking, we know what's coming, and it's going to be very defensive from Paraguay. Germans will get frustrated, but how frustrated will they get? Because they need to try and manoeuvre this team.
It's worth bearing in mind, it's a Paraguay team that's kept back-to-back clean sheets. And they played a big chunk of the game against Turkey with 10 men. Ended up winning 1-0. 0-0 against Australia, and that was enough. And that's what they have come to the Boston Stadium for, to frustrate, to make it difficult for Germany. They daren't open up this game. You might as well stick to your strengths. This was never going to be like the friendly they had back in 2013 that ended 3-3. It's never likely to be like that.
You never know in football. I had Norway playing Iraq, and for 70 minutes there looked like absolutely no chance of anything happening. And suddenly, in that 20-odd minutes plus, 5 goals were scored from nowhere.
The optimism of Tony Cascarino. You never know. You never know. Back underway. Pavlovic just chipping the ball out of his own defensive third, looking for Florian Wirtz, but Paraguay getting a foot in, as they so often have. It's a nice change of direction by the Arsenal man, Kai Havertz, who in an injury-affected campaign still won the Premier League title and still scored in the Champions League final, even though that didn't go Arsenal's way in the end, that final against PSG. Here is Nathaniel Brown in the inside left channel. Feeds Wirtz. Wirtz comes infield this time. Onto that right foot. Just drifts the ball into the path of Zane. Loose touch from him, and that allowed Junior Alonso to come across and just knock that ball out for a throw to Germany. 27th minute in Boston. And it is Germany 0, Paraguay 0. Earlier today we brought you Brazil's dramatic 2-1 win against Japan. Gabriel Martinelli, another Premier League winner with Arsenal, scoring the winner late in that game. Of course, last night it was Canada, the co-hosts, getting a dramatic victory against South Africa. Steven Eustachio with the winner in stoppage time, 1-0 against South Africa. Every knockout game coming your way on the TalkSport network as Wirtz runs out real estate on that left-hand side. He applauds the idea of the ball to him, if not the execution. Julian Nagelsmann, the Germany coach, came in for a bit of stick after that defeat to Ecuador, and he has said he has not got a point to prove. He's not interested in that. It's all about his players, and it's all about getting Germany to the last 16.
Well, if they don't get past Paraguay tonight, then he does have something to prove. That is he worthy enough to stay the German coach? Because from the moment this game has started, very little has been created by Germany.
He's got a contract until the next Euros, but as we know, that's not always watertight when you've had a bad result. There is Almiron on the turn, goes down. Brown protests his innocence straight away, and the referee agrees.
Spot on.
Yeah,
Absolutely spot on. Almiron there. He went to ground, and it was clearly not a foul. So well done, referee.
and it's Kimmich again. Firing it down the inside right channel, finds Zane, comes in field, tries to knock it to Undav on the edge of the area, flags up for offside, but it was a smart run by Zane, a good pass, but he just went beyond the last man according to the officials.
Well, this is the first time that Zane's come off the line. I mean, I'm not sure, it's a really tight call, but he's come off the line, he's come inside and got himself behind the central defender. For the first time it looked like he could create a bit of danger, so hopefully he can do that a couple more times during this first half.
Forward by the goalkeeper Orlando Heel. He's not really had anything to do so far in that Paraguay goal. As Almiron goes down again.
Well, I remember him doing this quite often at Newcastle, but honestly, this first half, Almiron's gone down about 5 times.
He's not been the best salesman of decisions so far. It's a long throw from Cáceres, though, into the German penalty area. Stooping header away by Jonathan Tah, but Paraguay with possession. Cáceres out to Almiron, the number 10. He'll take on Brown. He'll get beyond Brown. Keeps it in, then tries a trick, and he was hoping that he'd won a corner there, but the officials say it's a goal kick, but a rare foray down the right from Almiron.
Yeah, it was a burst of pace there from Almiron. just took himself down against Nathaniel Brown, and first time he really attempted to take on Nathaniel Brown.
79th cap for Almiron tonight. He's only got 10 goals, and not many of those in competitive football. Did score in June for the national team. Currently plays for Atlanta United in MLS. Here is Nathaniel Brown inside left channel, finding Wirtz down by the corner flag on the left-hand side for Germany. Cáceres for company. Cáceres stuck to him like glue there. Just jabbed the ball away from Wirtz, who takes a quick throw. Looking for Havertz. Gorgeous first touch by Havertz. That's a feather-like touch. Then he goes down, wanting a free kick. Clearance from Gomez hit Havertz. Brown now with the cross. All a bit of a mess there from Paraguay. Pavlovic on the edge of the D. Goes back to Kimmich. Kimmich keeps it moving to the right corner of the area for Zane. Zane with the layoff to Kimmich. Overly frilly flick there from Kimmich. They play a high ball in, and then there's a foul on Canale. It's going to be a free kick for Paraguay. And Germany still moving the ball left to right, right to left, but they can't find a way through.
No, it's really scrappy. This what we're in now. We're just over 30 minutes gone in the game. It's as it's wearing on this first half. Neither team, and especially Germany, they can't seem to make anything happen.
Julian Nagelsmann, still a man in his mid-30s. He broke through at Bundesliga level as a coach when he was just 28, youngest ever head coach in the Bundesliga. Got the job with Hoffenheim when they were in relegation danger, saved them with room to spare, and then qualified for the Champions League not once but twice. He then got RB Leipzig to the semi-finals of the Champions League. He won silverware with Bayern as well. He surprised a few people when he took the Germany job. Replaced Hansi Flick. But he got Germany to the quarter-finals of the Euros on home soil. Were narrowly beaten by Spain. And he's been targeting this World Cup. Can Germany deliver? Here's Rudiger, 10 yards inside the Paraguay half. Guns it out to Wirtz on the left. Wirtz with a little 1-2. Well, Pavlovic, that's a nice flick by Mecha. He was looking for Havertz, and Havertz seemed to stop there as if he was being dragged back. But Paraguay just able to clear that fairly comfortably. Germany have it again. Tony Cascarino's thoughts on that in just a moment, because it seemed to me as if Havertz just stopped playing there for a moment.
Yeah, it looked like he got blocked, Kevin, and they just sort of got in a standstill position, but they're not going to give you an inch. You know, we're watching from here, and you can just see every pass that's made, there's someone hunting you down immediately from the Paraguay team.
Our incredible stats team, by the way, have just given us an absolute belter. Manuel Neuer has made more passes than the entire Paraguay team so far. Here is Havertz on the edge of the Paraguay area. I could have just claimed that one for myself, but that wouldn't be right. That would not be right. Some very diligent people backing us up. These World Cup finals. Here is Kimmich down the inside right channel, wearing the captain's armband into his Bayern club mate Pavlovic. They usually play alongside each other in midfield, but Kimmich at right back in this Germany team. It's an endless debate whether he's better at right back or midfield, but Germany don't really have any obvious candidates in the right back area. Here's Pavlovic, plays it out to Zane, right edge of the area, and he tried to fire it across. It came off Junior Alonso, then came back off Zane, and he goes behind for a Paraguayan goal kick.
Nothing's happening for Germany. I'm just getting a replay of this. Well, you can quite clearly see that Gustavo Gomez has just literally grabbed Havertz, and not enough really to be given a foul against him. This is look, Kevin, to you. I mean, you know, obviously you know German football very, very well, and you know, like Musiala, would you think that he'd be the one that could open a door or two?
He can,
been left out,
and I'd expect him to come on. I think the decision between Undav and Musiala was who's in the better form, and the truth was Undav is right now. I think Musiala's still trying to find his way back in after that horrible injury that he had at the Club World Cup against PSG. So he could still make an impact from the bench, but not starting this one in Boston. It's still 0-0 between Germany and Paraguay. Mecha is quickly closed down by Paraguay, and then Almiron again tries to bring it away, and this time does manage to sell the decision effectively.
Yeah. That's the sixth time that Amarin has gone down, and Meta, there's not much contact there, but he's thrown himself to the ground again. Amarin, there you go, Amarin.
It's just as well Almiron is not allergic to grass, because he might be in a bit of trouble if he was. Spend more time on the floor than on his feet, but he is doing an important job for this Paraguay team, because he's an outlet and he's getting them up the pitch.
Yeah, well, he's certainly doing that.
Heel with the free kick, driven forward down the inside left channel. The header down is to absolutely no one. Gabriel Avalos. He's just saying to Enciso, I wanted you to make a run
Inside, absolutely.
Stuck out on the wing.
When you're coming in off an angle, you're trying to head it back into an area, into a space that's inside, and no one there.
Forward by Kimmich down that right hand side to Zane. It's Germany trying to pull on the frayed edges of this Paraguay defence to see what unravels, but at the moment the wall is looking pretty solid. No gaps opening up at all. Here is Zane on the right hand side, low ball left footed towards Pavlovic, tries to turn it around the corners. Always a Paraguay player there. They've defended those central spaces so well so far, and now Cáceres will try and release Almiron. He's got Rudiger for company, but in German territory, and then Brown did brilliantly to just come back and pick his pocket. And now Brown gets Undav moving. Havertz now, that rangy stride of his, cuts it back. Poor ball though, and that's picked off easily by Galaza. And he is going to win a free kick there. Pavlovic wags his finger, smiles ruefully, but Galaza accepted the contact and won his team a free kick.
Yeah, Pavlovic again, he makes a challenge. I'm not surprised he doesn't get a yellow card from that. That's the second time he's made a challenge that's marginal.
Matias Galaza, who was fouled there, from a footballing family. His grandfather Arturo played international football for both Paraguay and Bolivia. His father Rolando was a keeper in club football in Paraguay and Bolivia. His brother Lucas turned out as a keeper in the Bolivia under-21 team. So a whole family of goalkeepers. He must be the black sheep of the family, being an outfield.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way round, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, look, how many goalkeeper brothers do you want? And uncles, I mean, I always...
Somebody's got to shoot. Can't all make saves in the garden if nobody's shooting. Of course, Alisson's got brothers who are goalkeepers, hasn't he?
Yeah. Wasn't his dad a keeper as well?
Yeah, he's from a goalkeeping family. His brother Muriel. Here's Zane, tugs to the right touchline. He'll take on Alonso. Works it round the corner, looking for Pavlovic, but again, trying to thread the eye of the needle. It's too tight.
Like you said, Kevin, you know, when you're being faced with a really precise, intricate pass that's got to be absolutely weighted brilliantly, this Paraguay team are finding that really comfortable.
38 gone on TalkSport, no goals yet. Germany and Paraguay, round of 32 action at the World Cup. All of those knockout games coming your way across the TalkSport network. In a few hours' time, it'll be a fantastic clash between the Netherlands and Morocco. What an atmosphere that's going to be in the Netherlands. Moroccan community. Bit of possession here for Damian Bobadilla, who scored an own goal against USA in that 4-1 defeat. And then Orlando Gil has just given that straight to Tar. He's got to do better than that, the goalkeeper. Tar goes long looking for Wirtz, and that required a header from Cáceres, and the goalkeeper couldn't keep it in. That's a corner, needlessly conceded by Paraguay.
Yeah. Just a long diagonal trying to get Wirtz away. As he gets played in, you can just see that Jose Cáceres makes a last chance, or just gets that final header to give away a corner.
Wirtz has played it short to Brown. left corner of the penalty area, cross to Wirtz, has he got space to shoot, changed direction, tried to just tickle it forward with his toe, and that was easily cleared by Paraguay, but there's not a single Paraguay player in the Germany half.
I think Wirtz there had a chance to shoot.
Wirtz floats it into the area, the header up but not really away from Canale, but clearance completed by Bobadilla, and then a handball against Pavlovic, who's coming to the referee's attention a bit too much for Julian Nagelsmann's liking at the moment.
Yeah, and again, they're finding it so difficult. This Paraguay team, they're not even worried if they give the ball away and get it down the other end of the pitch and there's no one there.
It was only really when Julian Nagelsmann made changes in the second half against Ivory Coast that they started to find spaces out wide. Again, Paraguay have just banged it long.
No one challenging for the ball.
Here is Almiron turning on the turbos up against Brown. He's very quick, and Brown got back to him, but Almiron able to win the corner on this near side as we look at it, the Paraguayan right, and they did cause a problem from an early set piece as Junior Alonso had a shot charge down, and that was just a few seconds in.
Corner now for Paraguay. I'm not sure Amarin's going to get the better of Brown, Nathaniel Brown. I think he's too quick for Amarin.
I think Almiron would need a car, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's not slow, Almiron, but Brown is very, very quick. Almiron will take this corner. A lot of pushing and shoving in there. Paraguay looking to make their physical presence felt in the 42nd minute. Almiron's ball in, goalkeeper fisted away, not particularly comfortably, and a good recovery challenge it needed to be from Bobadilla to stop the counter-attack. Here's Almiron, wide on the right, nice little ball round the corner, Galaza, he's curling cross, oh, they're in front, Enciso! Paraguay deliver a sucker punch! They've absorbed all of the pressure, and now Julio Enciso has struck, and is there a shot brewing at the Boston Stadium? Germany 0, Paraguay 1.
Well, when a goal comes from nowhere, Paraguay haven't offered anything offensively of any note, and Enciso has got himself on the score sheet. A great bit of play by Amarin as it got punched out from Neuer from the corner. It was Amarin that picks up the ball, and once he gets on it, he gets a runner that just goes round the back and has squared the ball into the 18-yard box, and Enciso's on the end of it. A great header. Neuer absolutely no chance. He's gone past him before he knows it. What a really worked goal. Greatly worked goal.
Well, Julio Enciso, who signed for Strasbourg with the intention that he would eventually join Chelsea, he was on the books of Brighton, he had a spell with Ipswich, and he has just scored a big, big goal at these World Cup finals, and Germany have now gone 10 World Cup finals games without a clean sheet. Space here for Tar as Germany look to get off the canvas. Sané tight to the right touchline, back to Kimmich. That is the definition of a sucker punch. Germany have jabbed and jabbed and jabbed. Now they're trying to clear their heads. Almiron comes across, and it was that link-up between Almiron and Galaza.
Yeah.
First time we've seen that.
Great play. Galaza putting a wonderful ball into the 18-yard box for Enciso.
There's Tar, that's a nice idea to try and find Brown, but again Almiron is there. He's doubled up defensively superbly, Almiron so far, and how he just hammers it long looking for Enciso, who played his part in qualification. He got 3 of their 14 goals, and that is his 5th international goal and his most important so far. It's given away cheaply by Cubas though, but then he has the tenacity to win it back in midfield for Paraguay in their own half, and we're ticking towards the final minute of the 45 here on TalkSport. Germany 0, Paraguay 1. Remember, the winners of this face the winners of France against Sweden. Sané on the right touchline, lays it off for Kimmich. Kimmich now finding Rudiger, but again Paraguay, who've got something to hold on to now in their shape, daring Germany to find the answer, to play through them. Sané, curling left-footed cross. Almiron just smacks it miles up in the air. Goalkeeper thinks about coming. The ball spinning and bouncing. Headed away by Gomez, not very far. And then the half volley by Kimmich goes miles over the top. He was off balance. The ball was bouncing. But Paraguay there nearly caused a problem for themselves.
Yeah, and I'm going to, honestly, I think, Kevin, you're going to see Nagelsmann make some changes at half-time. I'm not sure he's going to keep Felix Macho on the pitch. He's lost the ball numerous times in bad positions. Pavlovic, I mean, Sane, there's a few that are not producing anything, and I think the coach is going to look and say, I need to change this first 11.
Yeah, pace of play has been far too slow in general. Undav has at last shown some gumption to win a corner on the Germany left. Big opportunity here for Germany to strike back before the break. They need to.
Yeah, they do, because there isn't, I mean, has, Orlando made any saves of any note in his first half?
Nothing so far.
Absolutely.
Nothing at all.
Loads of pressure, loads of possession from Germany, but there's no real chances.
First of the 5 additional minutes. Here's Kimmich. Plays it to the far post. It's headed away well by Galaza. Canale will chase it out towards the far side, the left. Sané lets it drop, and then he's beaten to the ball. And the ferocious tackling of Paraguay has been clear to see all the way through this first half. We knew what they were going to bring. They were going to bring ferocity, intensity, but the goal they scored was very well constructed and beautifully taken.
Yeah. And I tell you what, the German team looked like they didn't know what was coming at the minute. And, we clearly said before the game.
Space here for Mecha in the area. Shot deflected. It goes behind for the corner. He found a pocket of space inside right channel. The shot deflected wide of the target.
Yeah, deflection. And Mecha, the first time, really got in his right foot. It was never going in the back of the net. But that deflection's given away a corner.
Came off the thigh of Canale. Could have gone anywhere, but Paraguay delighted to see the ball drop wide. It'll be another German corner. Kimmich to deliver again, right-footed towards the 6-yard box, towering header away. They've defended so well. Here's Sané to collect it. Left-footed ball in towards Havertz, flicked away from him. Kimmich on the follow-up, and he bounced it into the floor, and it's the first save for Orlando Heel, and it was pretty comfortable. Oh, and he's gone long, looking for Enciso, and Neuer a long way from home, and that's usually the case with him, is able to clear it. Good starting position from Germany's number 1, and here's Undav on the turn, edge of the key, pokes it through, looking for Havertz, who goes down. Referee took a long look at that, and actually the flag's gone up for offside.
Never a pen.
No, it's all a bit off the cuff from Germany, isn't
never a pen there. I mean, it has been given offside anyway, but I didn't think it was clearly a defender. I think it was Gomez who made a challenge, and it was
Cáceres came across, didn't he, to try and make the extra man. Well, Germany's qualification wasn't straightforward. They lost the opening game 2-0 in Slovakia. It was only a 6-0 win over the same opponents in the final round of matches that secured their spots at these finals. As we say, 10 games in the World Cup now without a clean sheet. I think even the most ardent Germany fan wouldn't have been able to say in any kind of ironclad way that they were in the top group of favourites for this tournament. And they are really struggling at the Boston Stadium in Foxborough. Need a spark, needs something to happen. Here's Sané, but he's always got 2 to take on. He goes to the floor, remonstrates with the referee. There's nothing really there. Poor clearance by Paraguay though. Kimmich with a curling cross. Clearance from Bobadilla is not the best, and that's going to spin out for another corner to Germany.
Yeah, frustration, and it just can't seem to find that one opportunity. Paraguay are getting bodies behind the ball in every position, like we said earlier, doubling up, making it hard as they can.
Earlier today on TalkSport, Brazil had to come from behind to beat Japan. Are we going to bring you a similar redemption tale in this one? Germany trailing Paraguay 1-0, but they have this corner. Final seconds of the first half, a frustrating, dismaying first half for Germany. Nathaniel Brown is going to come across and take it. The former Eintracht Frankfurt man set to join by his corner. Lots of air on that. Kiel, who's a big tall guy in goal, able to claim that really easily. And if you're going to play that kind of delivery, it cannot be just over the goalkeeper's head.
Well, the goalkeeper's 6'6". You know, the goalkeeper of Paraguay. Hanging up a corner at the far post where he's got no one actually blocking him, or he's got a free run just to come and pluck it out of the air.
Final seconds for Germany in this first half. They trail 1-0 to Paraguay. Here is Brown, nowhere to go in the inside left channel, so he plays it infield to Pavlovic. Curling ball to Zanet, 25 yards from goal. Kimmich's ball into the box, that's cleared by Gomez, the vastly experienced defender. And we have a shock on the cards at half-time. Paraguay have soaked up the pressure and they have come up with a counter-punch. A goal from Julio Enciso after a wonderful cross from the right from Galaza. Germany have been ponderous. They have probed and pushed but found no way through. Julian Nagelsmann might have to come up with the team talk of his life at half-time in this one, because it's Germany 0, Paraguay 1. Thanks, Hugh. Well, 5 times this tournament a team has overturned a half-time deficit to win. Germany have done it once against Ivory Coast. Brazil did it earlier today against Japan. Germany need a similar comeback if they are to make it to the round of 16. They've made a change to their team. Leon Goretzka on for Felix Mecha. And a change that was trailed in the first half by Tony Cascarino. Said that Mecha needed to be replaced.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on with the socks. The referee's going to the players and asking them to pull their socks up.
Literally.
Yes.
Well, we knew Germany needed that regardless. Sure, Julian Nagelsmann probably said that to his Germany players as well. It'll be Germany will get us back underway at the Boston Stadium in Foxborough. And Germany are staring into the World Cup abyss. Knocked out in the group stage in 2018, knocked out in the group stage in 2022. Will they be dumped out in the round of 32 in 2026? Paraguay have defended impeccably so far, and they're on the attack here with their goal scorer Enciso. He'll take on Kimmich. Kimmich gets across with the block, and that ball spins out of play down by the corner flag on the Paraguay left and inside as we look at it. Paraguay in their dark blue chain strip, Germany all in white with chevron of black, red and yellow on the chest. And attacking the goal away to the right hand side as we look at it. Long throw from Junior Alonso for Paraguay into the German area. It bounces all the way across the face of goal. It'll be cleared by Villa. It's not very far. Straight to Cubas for Paraguay. Back in by Cáceres. That's away by the half-time substitute Leon Goretzka, a man who's just left Bayern Munich after 312 games and 12 trophies. Needing a new challenge. Can he help Germany turn this game around? We've had just over a minute of the second half, and I'm alongside the former Republic of Ireland striker Tony Cascarino.
Well, that's a slow minute from the Germans. They've started quite slowly in the second half. It's been all Paraguay.
Zanet's cross from the right-hand side. There were oohs and ahs there from German fans, but it was a solid header clear by Gustavo Gomez, making his 93rd appearance for his country, 33 years old. And Germany again with Kimmich. Kimmich's curling ball into the area towards Goretzka, but that's cleared. Those two, Kimmich and Goretzka, have linked up a lot at club level, but here goes Enciso, looking to use his pace. Julio Enciso. Zanet got back to him, but Galaza follows up now. Galaza, who scored the winning goal against Turkey. And here he is again, man who made the goal for Enciso late in the first half. Matias Galaza plays his football in America for Atlanta United. He's a teammate of Almiron's at club level, and it was their link-up that led to the goal, but he's just run out of room there. It's going to be a throw to Germany, but that's actually one of the few moments of genuine quality we've seen in the game.
Yeah, and a nice little bit of interchange play there from Galaza and Enciso. Got to say, Enciso's been pretty much the best player on view so far.
He's got 12 goals for Strasbourg this season. He's really sharp for them. Still only 22, still so much potential. And had some great games for Brighton as well. So moving on, here's Wirtz. He needs to show his quality in this second half. Germany need him. Pavlovic again just going into a challenge that he probably didn't need to walk into. Kubas was across to him, but he has kept it. Here's Kimmich, right corner of the area, curling cross, headed away by Cáceres. That'll drop on the edge of the area. Almiron battling with Wirtz, who gets to him and hooks the ball over his shoulder and finds Brown. Tight to the touchline, left-hand side, the far side as we look at it. Germany on the attack, trailing 1-0 on TalkSport. Are we going to see a major shock at the Boston Stadium? Are Germany going to tumble out of this World Cup? Goretzka just waiting for the ball and had it taken off his toe, and Paraguay trying to break in numbers, but Germany, to their credit, have won it back, and Rudiger just curls the ball out to the left-hand side quickly for Wirtz, but offside, and that's rather unforgivable for Germany. And we've had 4 minutes already of this second half, Tony Cascarino. Germany just in the same old patterns already.
Yeah, nothing's really changed. The enthusiasm is lacking clearly in this German team at the minute, and I'm seeing way more energy from Paraguay.
Paraguay with Healing goal, Canale, Alonso, Gomez and Cáceres the back four, Kubas and Bobadilla in central midfield, Galaza and Almiron out wide, Avalos and the goal scorer Enciso up front. Oh, that's short from Kimmich. Enciso was in, and he's hit it straight at Neuer, who makes a really important save. Just blocked the ball spun in the air, and Neuer able to grab it at the second attempt, but Joshua Kimmich made a right old mess of that, and Germany were not punished by Enciso.
Got away with one. They really did there. I'm not sure what Ron Fontat was doing as well. Kimmich, they got sort of one will win it, not the other one. They left it for each other.
Here is Kimmich again, who floats it into the penalty area. It's too straight and overhit. Kimmich, who made more passes in the first half, 56, than the entire Paraguay team combined. They made 55, but it was possession without penetration for Germany in the first half, and that is still the case. Just going back to that Neuer save, it's classic Neuer piece of goalkeeping, that kind of cricketing long barrier technique, making the block.
Well, he's a huge man, and when he comes out, he confronts a player, he spreads himself. It's pretty difficult to get it past him. I'm just so surprised by how they've just come out to this second half, Germany.
It's been very similar to the first half so far. All very slow, all very deliberate. Paraguay holding their own. Here is Tar, though. Do you feel like the centre-backs need to squeeze up for Germany? When Julian Nagelsmann teams work well, generally there's an element of risk in pushing those centre-backs pretty high into opposition territory. Now, there's risk baked into that, of course, but they just haven't had that sense that they're squeezing Paraguay. And just a dreadful pass from Pavlovic. Got to say, Cass, I've watched Alexander Pavlovic a lot since he broke into that Bayern team. I can't remember him having the worst game than this.
No, there's a lot of poor performances. I'm looking at Nagelsmann from the sideline. He can't believe what he's witnessing. You're watching international players who are just so off. Passing, they're closing down, just the, I'd say, attitude as well. They feel like they're waiting for something to happen.
Germany desperate for a goal, but they're not showing that at the moment. And great example of that. Florian Wirtz has just taken a throw to absolutely no one, and Paraguay were just able to hack that downfield. Looks as though Paraguay are going to make a change, potentially. Bit of space here for Germany down the left-hand side. So Gustavo Caballero might come on, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. Here's Tar out to Kimmich on the right-hand side for Germany. He just plays it further outside to Sané on the touchline. Now Wirtz tries to inject a bit of pace into it to Kimmich on the edge of the area. Back to Tar. Germany trail 1-0 against Paraguay in the round of 32. Live on TalkSport. We could be bringing you a massive shock We thought that might be the case earlier today when Brazil trailed 1-0 against Japan in the second half, but they came back to win 2-1. Last night we brought you Canada's win against South Africa. Every knockout game coming away on the TalkSport network. Here is Viet's right corner of the penalty area to Zene. Zene has been ineffective so far, despite having lots of the ball on that right-hand side. Viet's was caught as he released that ball, but the referee says play on. Now Rudiger, 25 yards from goal, plays it into Undav. He tries to turn, he's got two at his back. Paraguay just attacking Undav there, but fairly. Just not letting him turn, refusing to let him turn.
Kevin, they're going down blind alleys at the moment, Germany. They're playing balls that are not on.
It's that Austin Powers scene where he's trying to make that three-point turn. Just consistently getting the car stuck. It's just Germany over and over again.
An amount of times they've just lobbed it in, or tried to dink it into the area to Havertz, and central defenders are just literally barging Havertz, so just a slight nudge and then just goes out of play, or the goalkeeper picks it up.
Germany won the World Cup for the fourth time in 2014, but since then it has been mishap after mishap on the global stage. Here is Vietz though, off the left touchline, curling cross, and it's flicked in by Kai Havertz. Boy, they needed that.
Wow.
And the Arsenal man delivers.
And what was the difference, Kevin, with that ball? It was a whipped-in ball. It wasn't a ball that was hanged up for the goalkeeper to come and take. The first ball that gets whipped in to the right-hand side, and Havertz gets across his defender, a slight nick, and it's ended up in the bottom corner. That's the difference in the crossing.
It was a glorious ball in. It just needed the merest of touches. And we know that Kai Havertz can score big goals in big games. He scored a winning goal in a Champions League final for Chelsea. He scored an opening goal in a Champions League final for Arsenal. And now he scored one of the biggest goals of his international career for Germany. A get-out-of-jail card for Julian Nagelsmann. And it is 1-1 in Boston.
Yeah, really big goal. Florian Wirtz's ball that gets whipped in. And I've got to say that Kai Havertz does that very well. He does that Teddy Sheringham run, that run across the defender that doesn't need a great header, just a flick, and it might drop in the bottom corner like he did. But that's the first time they've played that type of ball.
Kai Havertz's 25th international goal. And finally there was something decisive from Nagelsmann's team. And do Germany now have momentum? Can they now find a way of capitalising on it? It's in towards Undav. Now it's back with Florian Wirtz, who just clips it into the area, looking for Zane. It was only half cleared. Goretzka on the follow-up, then the shot from Pavlovic is charged down. For the first time, really, Germany showing their teeth.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting 35 minutes.
Almiron trying to race out of his own penalty area, but there's a player down. The referee's going to stop it. If you're Paraguay, Tony, how does the mindset change? Does it change?
Well, I think we realise that there's going to be a lot of times where they're going to have to be a little bit more conservative again. They've defended really well so far tonight. Okay, it's just gone 1-1, but they're going to suffer with the pressure and the passing and not having the ball, Paraguay. I just think if they can keep it going, they'll get another chance against this German team. It's a big ask because you've just seen the pendulum swing, haven't we?
And Ciso is the man down for Paraguay. They've made a change up top, by the way. Gabriel Avalos, who was a peripheral figure in the game, really, he's been replaced by Gustavo Caballero, who has been on loan at Portsmouth from the Brazilian club Santos. He made 12 appearances for Pompey in the season just gone. And he scored against Morocco in March. It's only his third cap here for Paraguay. And Ciso's come off the pitch here. And they'll be able to bring him on for a little while. And in fact, they've seen Ciso actually go off the pitch entirely, moving rather gingerly. He, of course, was the scorer for Paraguay. And they brought on Mauricio. who scored in the defeat to USA. So that's a real blow. That is a real blow for Paraguay.
Substitution for Paraguay, number 19, Julio
Enciso replaced by Mauricio.
11,
He was born in Brazil but is a naturalized Paraguayan. But Enciso was Paraguay's biggest attacking outlet, and now he has gone off, and that is a real blow, Tony.
Yeah, it is. He was the best player. He was making things happen, which was important.
Then made his debut in March. Mauricio plays his football for Palmeiras. So he's now alongside Gustavo Caballero. It's an entirely new front two. Here's Wirtz down the left for Germany. Into the feet of Undal. Tried to turn around the corner for Brown, who'd actually fallen over and then got back up and tried to make something happen, but he can't keep the ball in. That's going to be a goal kick to Paraguay. 59th minute in Boston. It's Germany 1, Paraguay 1 on TalkSport. Paraguay led late in the first half through Julio Enciso, who has just had to go off injured, but Germany have equalised. Kai Havertz with the goal. Havertz's 9th goal in a major tournament for Germany. Now space for Mauricio though. On the left edge of the penalty area, high ball to the far post, and the header is rather tame from Caballero straight into the gloves of Neuer. He rose highest, but he couldn't generate any venom on the header, and that was comfortable for Germany's number one.
Yeah, Caballero there can't really get enough power. It was a ball that was just held up in the air.
And there's Caballero again, just trying to lever Nathaniel Brown off the ball and get beyond him, but Wirtz, not for the first time in this game, comes back to help out. The defensive part of his game is rather underrated, I suspect. You look at his numbers when he was playing for Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso, he was routinely a player that was pressed and come back to help his defenders. And here's Zane, just turning around the corner down the right-hand side for Germany, who have momentum for the first time, really. Goretzka has picked the pocket of Kubas on the right edge of the Paraguayan area, but Galaz is able to clear it, and he has got a throw. I mentioned that Havertz has scored 9 goals now in major tournaments this century for Germany. If you look at the 21st century, the only men who've scored more than him at major tournaments for Germany, Miroslav Klose and Thomas Müller.
Good company there.
For a guy who, for a lot of his career, people didn't really know what to do with him. He's only come into this centre forwards role in the last few seasons, hasn't he? Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, I saw him a lot at Chelsea before he moved on to Arsenal, and there was always a player that, to me, got a certain amount of goals, never prolific, but a good number, and did likewise at Arsenal and Germany's.
He's just won a free kick inside right channel. Galaza moving across and just tripped his man, and you look at Havertz and he's trusted by top coaches. They always put him in their team if they can.
Well, he's produced a goal tonight, and it was all about the run. He makes the run, the ball comes in, the delivery's perfect height to get just a slight flick. It's great. He's ended up with a great goal. The keeper had no chance. Healing goal, Orlando Hill.
Got 2 against Curaçao, so he's got 3 in this tournament. He's got 5 in his last 5 in World Cup finals matches. Kai Havertz. And he's won this free kick for Germany, inside right channel. About 22 yards maybe from goal. Kimmich is over it. Brown was there, but Kimmich the only show in town. And he's going to play this in right-footed, presumably towards the far post. He's got Rudiger up there, Tar up there. Players who are ready to attack this ball. Goretzka's good in the air too. Havertz is there on the penalty spot. It's Kimmich's delivery, it's delicate, Heel goes up for it. Big tall guy, able to claim it with both hands. It remains Germany 1, Paraguay 1 on TalkSport. And he goes long, Heel, straight away, looking for Mauricio, who wins the free kick. Did really well though.
Well, he backed away and pushed into, holding off Brown. Nathaniel Brown. And he does well. He gets the free kick, Mauricio, for Paraguay.
Mauricio actually helped with the naturalisation process by his Paraguay teammate today, Gustavo Gomez, who's his captain not just at international level but at club level. It has been worth it. He's looked good at this World Cup. Almiron plays the ball into the German penalty area. Towering header away though by Goretzka, who's so good in the air, whether it's defensively or in attack. But here's Cáceres, who just surges down the right-hand side, but his cross is massively overhit. And then the experienced Gomez can't keep it in. That's going to be a German goal kick. 63rd minute. And Germany are going to call for Jamal Musiala. And he will replace the man who replaced him in the starting lineup, Dennis Undav. So interesting, isn't it, Tony? Because Undav as a super sub has been brilliant. As a starter, it's not happened for him at all.
No, not at all tonight. And
Substitution.
he's sort of a bit of passenger in this German team. It's been hard because they haven't played well, you know, and that's always difficult for a centre forward who's not the biggest. He needs to play to be fast. He never really had any great service, Kevin, did he?
Winners of this tie take on France or Sweden in the round of 16. We'll bring you that one tomorrow night on Talk Sport. Space here for Zane down the right-hand side. And he plays it back to Joshua Kimmich. So heavily involved for Germany. Even at right back, he comes into that midfield area and organises the game. Musiala felt he was blocked off there by a Paraguayan player. Referee unmoved there. Jalal Jaid of Morocco. And Paraguay able to clear it with Junior Alonso down the left-hand side. And all the way through for Rudiger. Now it's with Pavlovic. Zanet, inside right channel. He's got support right and left. He goes out to the goal scorer Havertz down to the corner flag. Remember, if we don't get a result in normal time, we'll go to extra time. If we don't get a result then, it'll be penalties. Have to have a winner. Rudiger rolls the ball into the feet of Havertz, who's upended there, and that's the first yellow card of the game, and it's shown to Andres Cubas. 8th yellow card Paraguay picked up at these World Cup finals.
Yeah, referee straight away, well positioned, just sees the challenge by Cubas on Havertz.
Talked about Havertz's wonderful flick for the goal, how good the header was. Cross from Florian Wirtz was magnificent as well. 2 Premier League players combining there, 2 former Leverkusen players combining there. That's the kind of quality Germany have. It's the kind of quality that's not shown often enough. Musiala, by the way, and Galaza are still arguing with each other and with the referee. But they move away from where this free kick's going to be taken from. 65 on the watch here, Orlando Heel in the sunshine in Boston, with the sunlight just glinting off his back. Just trying to organise his wall. It's to the right of centre. Both Zane and Wirtz pack a punch, but you think it's an angle for a left footer, and Leroy Zane is just marking out his run up here. Is this his World Cup moment? It's his kind of territory, about 25 yards out. Plenty in the wall for Paraguay. How good a view has the goalkeeper got? We're about to find out. Wirtz is there to the left of the ball, Zane to the right of it. It's in line with the right edge of the D, 25 yards out. Who will it be for Germany? It's Leroy Zane. He hits the top of the wall. The ball spins into the penalty area. It's a race between Gomez and Pavlovic, and Gomez just trying to let that ball spin out for a goal kick, but I suspect that's going to be a corner to Germany. He got that all wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking now. Sane's free kick, it ends up hitting the wall of the Paraguayan team.
It's really strange from an experienced player there just to not clear it. It's going to be a corner. Could be costly, that mistake from Gomez. It'll be Kimmich who'll take it. 67th minute, 1-1. Whipped into the near post, headed behind by Almiron, who's done plenty of defending, the former Newcastle winger.
It's there for Germany to win this. You know, Enciso going off, and that's cost them dearly. They don't quite look the same. I think it's going to be all Germany in this last 30 minutes of the game.
Germany have got them on the ropes. Kimmich's corner towards the far post, and that's flicked away by Paraguay, but the whistle goes and Paraguay will have a free kick. 67 minutes gone at the Boston Stadium in Foxborough, and it remains Germany 1, Paraguay 1 on TalkSport. Live round of 32 action We're bringing you every single knockout game across the TalkSport network. Early today we brought you Brazil's dramatic win over Japan. Last night it was the co-hosts Canada winning against South Africa. Later on we've got Netherlands-Morocco in the early hours of Tuesday morning. A foul by Jonathan Sarr on Caballero there. That's rather clumsy.
Yeah.
From the Bayern defender. That's going to be a free kick to Paraguay wide on the left.
Yeah, absolutely. A really poor challenge there by Jonathan Sarr. He's going nowhere. He's going nowhere there, Caballero.
It's going to be whipped in by Almiron, left-footed. What can he come up with here? Well, he's gone low. It's only been half cleared. Cáceres should pick it up, the number 4, the right back for Paraguay. He tries to curl it in and it's blocked by Jamal Musiala. There's a bit of a point to prove, Musiala. That would have been a bit jarring for him to have been dropped by Julian Nagelsmann. Can he make an impact in these closing stages? Germany need him to. Bobadilla chests the ball down to Cáceres. Cáceres trying to get the better of Brown, and he's won the corner for Paraguay, and this is a good spell for the South Americans.
Well, you can't fault their continued pace of the way they're trying to play Paraguay. They really work so hard. They haven't got the quality, or nowhere near the quality of Germany. But their work rate is literally sensational.
It's going to be Mauricio to take. His long black hair tidied up by a headband. Magnificent moustache, I have to say. And here comes the corner, left-footed towards the far post, and the header from Gomez is down into the floor. It's tame, really. And Manuel Neuer able to win the ball. And the referee will just whistle the play dead because Gomez just stepped across Neuer there and stopped him from releasing the ball. And Nagelsmann's furious because he felt that Neuer had the chance to launch that long and get Germany on the move.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure what the referee was thinking here. He gets slightly blocked, Neuer, and no more than that by Gomez.
Just a bit whistle happy there, the referee.
Yeah.
And Nagelsmann certainly felt so. Strangling around his technical area in his black t-shirt. Here is Zane down the right for Musiala. Thinks about the early cross, changes his mind. He's chased out to the corner flag by Kubas. Lends the ball to Zane, and Kubas is there again like a terrier, just chasing that ball again and again and again. And the boos ring out, and you know what that means. It's the hydration break, and that means I can tell you what's coming up for you when it comes to World Cup commentary on the TalkSport network. So 2 o'clock in the morning, folks, Netherlands against Morocco. Well worth staying up for. That is going to be a fascinating game in the round of 32. 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, Ivory Coast against Norway. Can Erling Haaland and company make further progress in the tournament? Then 10 o'clock tomorrow night, me and Cass are back together for France against Sweden. That's going to be fascinating. Whoever wins that plays the winner of this. So it's going to be either Germany or Paraguay against either France or Sweden. Can Graham Potter's men cause an upset? Early hours of Wednesday morning, Mexico-Ecuador at 2 in the morning. Winners of that will face the winners of England against DR Congo. That's the big one, early evening on Wednesday. That's at 5 o'clock on TalkSport, England against DR Congo. And then on TalkSport 2 Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, we've got Belgium against Senegal. Tony Cascarino, some cracking games coming up, but this one still has a way to run. We could be going all the way if Germany or Paraguay can't find a way through.
Yeah, it's hanging in the balance here. We're looking, 20 odd minutes plus injury time. I'm not sure if Paraguay have got another goal in them. They've lost their main man, in Senso. I just feel that they're going to have to probably dig deep. Can Paraguay take Germany all the way to penalties? I feel that's the more likely way for them to get a result. Where Germany, I think they can win in normal time, but someone's got to create something, like the pass from Havertz for the goal. That's got to happen. Can Musiala do that for Germany? Because they've not shown enough so far in this game.
Just seen the slow motion replay of Germany's celebrations, by the way, and Wirtz came up to Havertz and gave him a slap in the face. When did that become a thing, Tony Cascarino? How would you have reacted?
I've had a few of them.
For scoring goals or just in general?
No, sometimes you get like an aggressive sort of You know, all the exhilaration that you get when you score a goal and players get a little bit fiery. And I mean, Dennis Wise definitely gave me 1 or 2 slaps.
Did you have to kneel down for that though? He'll come after me, Dennis, I was going to say, if I say too much of that, he'll come after me. It remains 1-1 on TalkSport. Germany and Paraguay. Germany were a goal down at half-time, but they found a way to equalise. Kai Havertz, the Arsenal man, getting them back level.
The big thing here as well, Kevin, is the quality of the substitutions that these two teams will make, because Paraguay have made a few. You know, will it inject a bit more into them? I would imagine the more quality's on the German bench.
Yes, Wirtz coming in again off that left touchline, the curling cross into Havertz, who chests it down in the area. Now Zane moves away from the challenge of Galaza, who's just trying to stick with him. Gustavo Alfaro, the coach, suited and booted on the edge of his technical area. He's almost right on top of Galaza there, just barking orders at him, making sure he kept chasing Zane. And to his credit, whether out of devotion or fear, he did it.
And he's done it well tonight against Hane.
And he goes again today. Comes inside the challenge of Junior, and it was nearly an own goal. Canale got his flick to it, and it went straight into the gloves of Orlando Gil, either side of the goalkeeper, and that would have been another Paraguay own goal at this tournament.
Yeah, it was a whipped-in ball by Zane. Galara gets his head to it. They were a little bit fortunate there, Paraguay.
I'm amazed we haven't seen more of that from Germany, those balls whipped in towards goal, because we saw it for the equaliser. Wirtz did it, and there, that ball whipped in by Zane. Goalkeepers hate that, don't they, because only needs a tiny touch to take it past.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, when you just change the direction of the ball, it can easily creep in the far corner.
Musiala's helped it on to Zane. He darts in field off the line, but runs straight into Mauricio, the substitute. He finds his fellow sub Caballero, and Caballero now trying to advance for Paraguay, but Germany managed to get back to him, and he has to go back into his own half. I mentioned the assist from Florian Wirtz, by the way. The Liverpool man's been involved in 10 goals across his last 9 games for Germany. 7 assists in there. That's as many as he got in terms of goal involvements in his previous 21 caps for Germany. So he's a man in form for the national team. And he's come up with a magical cross to drag Germany back to parity. Approaching the final 15 of normal time on TalkSport. Germany 1, Paraguay 1. This is nice movement down the right from Germany. Wirtz's cross deflected into the gloves of Orlando Gil.
That was better by Germany. A little bit more quicker. Kevin, you mentioned it earlier. The changing up in the pace of the game.
I think centre-backs have pushed up a bit as well. We mentioned that earlier on. Just tried to squeeze Paraguay. It's not been as easy for the South Americans.
Well, they don't look like they're going to score, do they, Kevin? You know, they look like, to me, Paraguay, they're going to hang on and try and hang into this game and get to the extra time, and maybe something happens, but more so penalties. I just don't see them creating too much in a minute.
Losing Enciso was big, but here's Almiron, who's latched onto a breaking ball down the left-hand side, the near side as we look at it for Paraguay, but he's given that away cheaply, and Havertz is on the move. He's got options left and right here. He finds Florian Wirtz, wearing number 17. So full of ideas, lovely drop of the shoulder, takes him away from Kubas. Now rolls it out to Havertz, tight to the left touchline. Wirtz again, but that's a poor ball. Given way to Galaza, and now Mauricio. And we'll bring it down the left-hand side, over halfway. Mauricio, number 11, just wiggles his hips and moves away from a German challenge. Imperceptible change of direction. Do have technical quality, Paraguay, but as you say, Cass, it's not anywhere near the same level as Germany.
No, it's not. And I've admired their durability as a team, how much they're giving, just lacking a bit of quality.
There's a ball in behind, and suddenly Caballero's away. It's Caballero into the area. He took too long, and Tar came across. The flag's up anyway. Jonathan Tar came across to deal with the danger, but Caballero, just for a moment, looked like he was in behind.
Yeah, just half a yard offside. Caballero gets in between Tar and Rudiger, 2 German centre-halves.
Rather panicked a bit, Caballero, once he got into that position. Here is Wirtz, left-footed cross, high hanging ball. Havertz attacks it, great save by Gil. Best save he's made so far. Reaction stop down low to his left. Havertz with a towering header. Couldn't have done much more. And Heel makes the stop.
Yeah, be a little bit disappointed he didn't find a corner there, Havertz. But a great leap, good ball in. The goalkeeper, Orlando Hill, for Paraguay, made a really good save.
Here's Havertz again, finding Zané. Former Manchester City man Leroy Zané just lays it off to Kimmich. Kimmich back to Jonas Tah, the former Leverkusen player, won the League and Cup double with Bayern. And Germany have just won themselves a free kick. It was a late challenge there by Bobadilla.
Bobadilla just catches the ankle, just on the side of the boot, and I'm just seeing a replay of the header by Havertz. He's got free of his marker. To be honest, keeper, big lad, 6'6", stay still.
There wasn't a lot of pace on the cross. Havertz had to try and generate all that venom, didn't he? But Germany have a free kick in a pretty dangerous position here. Wirtz has placed it with purpose. We're in the 79th minute on TalkSport. Germany won, Paraguay won. Germany were behind at half-time, and they are going to make a change. Now, this is interesting because Pavlovic has gone off, and the centre-back, Valdemar Anton, who plays his football for Borussia Dortmund, has had a very good season domestically. He is coming on, so that's a defender for a midfielder. Does that mean a reshuffle? We'll see. But here is Wirtz over the free kick. It's Florian Wirtz straight into the wall. It comes to Zané. He works it to Kimmich. Kimmich with the change of direction inside right channel. Curling ball towards Goretzka, headed away by Canale and then cleared by Mauricio. Paraguay were under pressure there, but they dealt with the danger well.
Yeah, this is what it's going to be, I think. The final 10, maybe 15 minutes of injury time is going to be all one-way traffic. I could just feel it.
Move Kimmich infield. Anton has played some right back before. Here's Zané with a curling cross, and that's headed away needlessly by Cáceres. Could have let that run. Needed a shout from his goalkeeper, I think. He's given it straight back to Germany. I think Kimmich's playing midfield full-time here. They've brought Anton on. It's almost a back three, really, with Rudiger and Tah and Anton. Lovely change of direction by Musiala. Finds Brown in the area. Nathaniel Brown couldn't cut the ball back towards Goretzka. We'll get Tony Cascarino's thoughts on that change for Germany in just a moment. But I think the whole point of it is to try and get Kimmich into the centre permanently to pick his way through.
But he's getting on the ball a lot, Kimmich. Just hasn't found that final ball.
Maybe he has now as he looks to Musiala, and Musiala just took his eye off it, and the ball floats beyond him for a goal kick. And I think Musiala just didn't really judge the flight of that. I think he believed it was going to be cleared.
I think he misreads the pass. Just seeing here now the challenge on Brown, which didn't think it was a foul. He didn't go to ground, to be fair to him.
I think he's done Kubas a favour there, you know. Because Kubas just stuck a leg out. There was a little bit of contact. Perhaps a less honest player might have held themselves to the floor. Germany on the attack again. 81 minutes gone on TalkSport. 1-1. Germany-Paraguay. Curling cross into the Paraguay area. Paraguay not for the first time able to find the aerial clearance when they need it. And Galaza in the left-back zone wins a throw-in for his team.
Yeah, again, ball into the area. Goretzka is getting held there. I mean, I'm not sure what sort of challenge that's from
Alonso. He's all over
Alonso,
him.
He's literally grabbing him. He's got his hands like a belt round his belly, isn't he? He's literally holding Goretzka.
Paraguay starting to tire. We don't get a winner in normal time. We're going to extra time. We don't get one in the extra half hour. We're going all the way. There are two balls on the pitch at the moment. That is now not the case because Anton's just backheeled one of them. Into play. That's given away cheaply by Kimmich. But Paraguay don't really have anyone forward to take advantage of it. Kubas finds Bobadilla in midfield. They've taken 2 steps back there, Paraguay. More dangerous team in attack. Might have gone for the jugular there. But having lost in Ciso, they just don't have that outlet that they had before.
No, there's literally, as soon as it goes forward, it's coming straight back.
There's Valdemar Anton, gorgeous first touch.
Been some poor passing, haven't there, from Germany tonight, Gary? Really has. I mean, Josh Kimmich, I can't, you mentioned earlier, Pavlovic, and his passing and Kimmich's passing has not been good.
There's Musiala, right corner of the penalty area, just has it toe-ended away from him by Junior Alonso. He's done a good job at left-back. Now Mauricio, tight to the left touchline, plays it down the inside left channel, looking for the run of Caballero, but that's tidied up nicely by Antonio Rudiger, cap number 86 for him, 33 years old now. The Champions League. Antonio Rudiger, so many experienced players, so many quality players in this Germany team. They have been below par once again. Sané finds Havertz, scored a massive goal for his country at the Boston Stadium in this one. The equaliser to make it 1-1 here on TalkSport. Kevin Hatchard alongside Tony Cascarino, the former Republic of Ireland striker. Cross is deflected towards Havertz, but he tried to take it with him. Paraguay just hooked it away at the final moment. Here's Musiala, chests the ball down edge of the D. It comes now for Goretzka. Plays it to Nathaniel Brown, left edge of the box, but his cross is blocked, and now Cáceres can bring it away for Paraguay. And it needed the challenge from Goretzka, and he made a mess of it. He allowed Cáceres to carry on. And here come Paraguay. Almiron forward to Mauricio. Caballero had run offside. He's complaining, Caballero, that he didn't get the ball. He's offside. Unbelievable. And then Mauricio with a rather self-indulgent flick that nobody needed, but he enjoyed it.
No, I don't know what he was thinking that was going to achieve, that little bit of shuffle and a flick.
Many of those flicks from you?
No. None of them, Kevin.
Ball brought down by Kimmich. That was a loose touch that he then retrieved. Caballero didn't really pressure him there. Gustavo Alfaro, the experienced coach, will be so pleased with the work ethic in general, though. Said recovering from such a hard result against the USA was tough, but teams look really solid. They've only conceded one goal since. They beat Turkey 1-0, sent them packing. Drew 0-0 with Australia, qualified as the third place team in their group, and they led Germany before Kai Havertz ended their run of clean sheets. But Germany have not pushed on and got the second goal. That's why at the moment we're heading for extra time on TalkSport. Anton, though, his close cropped hair finds Sané. Sané tries to get the better of Junior Alonso. Came across to make the challenge. It's going to be a Germany corner.
Yeah, we will the corner. I'm watching Matis Golasso, and he looks absolutely out on his feet.
It's been a physical battle. Florian Wirtz to take this corner. He's set up one goal already, the Liverpool man. Here it comes, right-footed, driven with pace, flicked on, it's loose, and Paraguay struggling to clear their lines, but the whistle's gone. There's an offside in there. Not for the first time, Germany causing a little bit of a problem with the delivery from the set plays. That was another good ball in by Wirtz. The initial header was won by Goretzka. It was Anton who was offside.
Anton's just standing in an offside position. I'm not sure why. When he got played in, it was a decent enough header, but Anton's just standing beyond every defender.
He was actually born in Uzbekistan, Valdemar Anton. He was originally called Vladimir, but they changed it to Valdemar to help him settle in Germany at a young age, his parents. Here he is playing for Germany at a World Cup. To wait a while to make the senior breakthrough. Played a lot of under-21 football before he was given his chance. It was with Stuttgart that he really came to prominence, and then Dortmund brought him in, and he's been very successful. Here he comes down the right-hand side. He's got that ability to play centre-back or right-back, and it's being used by Nagelsmann here to get Kimmich more involved in the central area, although since that's happened, Kimmich's kept giving the ball away. Here he is again, the diminutive number 6. Finding Tar. What Kimmich lacks in stature, he makes up for in heart. And he's the scrappy-do of this German team. Tries to slide it down the inside left channel. That was blocked by Bobadilla. Midfield pairing, Andres Kubas and Damian Bobadilla have done a decent job. And we're going to see their first appearance in these finals for Nick Voltemade. He's going to come on, the Newcastle man, for Leroy Sané. And just wonder if that means that Voltemade will move into the centre and Musiala might go a little wider. Voltemade, who started really well at Newcastle, but then rather faded as the season went on. He scored in his Premier League debut, scored some early goals, and struggled. He was moved into midfield and that didn't suit him. Here from Germany down the left with Wirtz, but runs into the challenge of Bobadilla. As I mentioned, Bobadilla and Kubas have done a superb job at the heart of that midfield. Andres Kubas, who missed Paraguay's friendlies in November because he left his passport in his pocket and then he washed his jeans and the passport was still in there. Happens to the best of us.
Well, you get stereotyped with the footballing,
See, I didn't want to say that. You can say that. I definitely can. Here's Musiala dropping the shoulder, raking ball into the box. That was cleared at the near post by Canale. And now Paraguay look to run it clear with Bobadilla and he goes down. Caballero, I should say. And it's going to be a free kick to Paraguay. We're in the 89th minute. We're nearly in the 90th on TalkSport. Still Germany 1, Paraguay 1.
Yeah, it's been a real strange game. It's never really got going. There's never been any flow to the game. And yet, you have to praise Paraguay for making it really difficult for the Germans. They've got frustrated all evening.
Germany have required extra time 11 times in their World Cup history. 4 of those matches went to penalties. They won all 4 that went to spot kicks. And overall, of those 11 World Cup ties that have gone to extra time, Germany have come out on top in 7 of them. Here is Almiron, tight to the right touchline, back to Cáceres. Cáceres to Bobadilla. Work it towards the edge of the area of Mauricio, and he's done well. He's found Bobadilla, right edge of the area. High hanging ball, it's headed back across by Galaza, and then Wirtz will pick up the pieces on the edge of the area for Germany. That's an awful ball from him. He got away with it though, because Musiala won it back, and here comes Havertz scampering down the right. Back to Musiala, right edge of the area, cuts it back. Oh, it's poor clearance by Canale. He got away with that one. Some of the Paraguay players, I have to say, really out on their feet. Here is Musiala back into the area. Voltemade lays it off to Anton across the edge of the area, and Kimmich shot charge down, and the ball will squirt behind for a Germany corner. We're in the first of 5 additional minutes at the end of normal time. 1-1.
Well, that was a few minutes of really sloppy play by both teams, giving the ball away. Germany did it, Wirtz, and then Voltemade gave the ball away, and then Paraguay gave it away, literally in the space of a minute, and it's still ended up being a corner to Germany.
Has it been gripping? Yes. Has it been dripping in quality? No. But it is still level between Germany and Paraguay. It has been an absorbing contest in terms of the drama, and Nathaniel Brown will take this corner for a Germany team that needs something to happen. Are they going to be dragged into extra time? Paraguay have needed extra time twice at World Cups. One they won, one they lost. Brown to take the corner, left-footed, lots of air on it. Tara at the far post, heads it straight at the goalkeeper. It was a tough chance really, just trying to guide it on target, which he did, and it was a comfortable grab for Orlando Gil. And he goes long, and Mauricio is chasing it. Manuel Neuer is chasing it, and he's gone straight out of play and then picked the ball up. There's no need for him to do that.
No. He's done that a couple of times last season. I remember watching him get come so far out of his goal, and if he loses the ball, it's in the back of his net.
He's always been an idiosyncratic goalkeeper. Of course, he is one of the greatest goalkeepers of his generation, but let's do some unusual things. Paraguay have won the ball back here with Almiron, trying to work the shooting angle, left foot shot deflected, and that goes behind for the corner. He just kept going and going, Almiron, determined to get the shot in. He did, and he's won his team a corner.
Yeah, he came right across from the right side of the pitch, inside the central position, and has a shot, gets a deflection. Well, literally, we've got 2.5 minutes to go. Paraguay have got a corner.
Paraguay goal could end it. Mauricio to take it. Can Paraguay cause a real seismic shock at the World Cup? It's going to be Mauricio to take. Towards the far post, it's headed down. It's really loose for Bobadilla, but the whistle's gone. Foul given. Wirtz is rolling around on the floor, is it? To play it down, looked like Wirtz to me. And Germany had a free kick. It was Junior Alonso who landed on top of him.
To be fair, every corner's, but the referee's blown his whistle, hasn't he? So often for a foul.
Nagelsmann applauds his team. Can they grab a winner before we hit extra time? We've already had a stoppage time winner for Canada against South Africa, a last gasp winner for Brazil against Japan. Brought you both of those games on the TalkSport network. Are we going to bring you late drama again? Rudiger, just in the shade in the inside left channel at the Boston Stadium in Foxborough. And we're heading for overtime in the home of the New England Patriots. There is Rudiger again. Tall, languid strides. Kimmich just drifts it to Musiala. Musiala's first touch heavy, but he still got the ball in, away by Canale. He's worked so hard at the heart of that Paraguayan defence, and then an acrobatic volley away by Damian Bobadilla. He's another one from a goalkeeping family. His father was at the last 2 World Cups that Paraguay played as a goalkeeper. And Bobadilla just with a bit of cramp here. Having cleared that, was a big stretch for him. He's on the floor at the moment. Germany are just playing on. So Paraguay effectively down to 10. Musiala, right corner of the penalty area, dancing feet, gets the cross into the far post, flicked away by Cáceres. That was old school Musiala magic.
I'm looking at there, Musiala's going down the right wing. Oh,
curling cross from the left of Germany, headed away by Alonso. And now Anton trying to go a long way round. It was really clumsy from him. He's just brought down Galazza. He complains, but it's a foul all day long, and that might be that, because we're ticking towards the 5 minutes of stoppage time having elapsed.
Well, I was just going to explain the Musiala going down the right wing right at the end of the game. He's got no one even attempting to overlap him. He's got 2 against 1, and he's literally, no one has literally trying to go round him.
We are going to extra time. Germany, for now, have avoided an ignominious defeat against Paraguay. Kai Havertz coming up with the leveller after Julio Enciso had given Paraguay a first half lead, but it will be extra time at the Boston Stadium. Germany 1, Paraguay 1. Thanks, Hugh. It is a defensive change for Paraguay. Miguel Almiron, who's been important getting them up the pitch. He has been replaced by Gustavo Velasquez, who is a 35-year-old defender. So that suggests to me that Paraguay are just putting a bit more steel in their team to try and keep Germany out. They don't have many outlets. Almiron, an important player in the 90. No further changes from Germany. We're about to get underway in extra time at the Boston Stadium. Will Germany maintain their momentum that Kai Havertz gave them with that equaliser? Can Paraguay find an answer? As Tony Cascarino suggests, Paraguay's most likely route to the last 16 does seem to be via a penalty competition, but Germany, every time they've been required to have a penalty shootout in the World Cup, have progressed. It's going to be Germany to get us back underway, all in white, playing from left to right. As we look at it, Paraguay in dark blue, attacking the goal away to the left-hand side. Will Germany's quality show, or will Paraguay dig in and produce A World Cup story for the ages. Will they knock out mighty Germany in the round of 32? Nathaniel Brown with possession for Germany. Can Germany find the higher gears? It's been their struggle, not just in this game against Ecuador, against Ivory Coast. The only team they've really been able to cut loose against, Curaçao. Here is Kimmich working the ball into Rudiger. Rudiger with the curling cross, headed away by Canale. I think it's been excellent for Paraguay. Even the two lineups in just a moment. Here is Rudiger again, inside left channel, but again it's walking pace from Germany, who will accelerate. Here's Brown down by the corner flag, far side the left in the sunshine. Most of the pitch is in shade now. Germany again with those little triangles, but it's all very easy for Paraguay. It's all in front of Paraguay. Cáceres goes across to challenge Wirtz, and that ball rebounds out for a throw. So Germany with Neuer in goal. Brown, Rudiger, Tah and Anton at the back. Kimmich now in midfield with Goretzka. Wirtz, Musiala and Voltemade behind Havertz. Thiel in goal for Paraguay. Canale, Alonso, Gomez, Cáceres. Velasquez in front of them. Cubas and Bobadilla in midfield. And now Galaza, Mauricio and Caballero in attack. Germany in possession again with Rudiger. 2 minutes gone in extra time here on TalkSport. Netherlands against Morocco to come. The big games just keep on coming across the TalkSport network in this World Cup. We've brought you every game so far. We'll bring you every game until the end. Here is Wirtz dropping the shoulder, left corner of the penalty area, slides it into the path of Goretzka, who lays it off. Germany hogging the ball. Curling cross from the left, headed away by Canale, but it's dropped to Voltemade. Left-footed shot charged down, and the follow-up is blocked as well. It was Kimmich who tried to just feed it towards goal, but Paraguay always with a man in the way.
Yeah, again, a lot of pressure from Germany there. Ball ended up falling loose, and Voltemade got on with a left-foot shot, got blocked.
They have kept trying that curling ball in from the left since it worked for Wirtz to find Havertz for the equaliser. It's been a tactic they've employed on numerous occasions, but no success so far. Tah now to Kimmich, who is very much the conductor in that midfield area. Anton has taken his place at right back, for better or worse. Now Rudiger again, inside left channel. Paraguay with everybody behind the ball more or less. It's played towards Voltemade, tried to hold it up, but the ball just snaked away from him. Voltemade, somebody who's trying to regain his confidence.
Yeah, and you know, I get it. Voltemade wants it into his feet, and there's a lot of bodies in there. You know, there's just a lot of fit players in a very small space.
Wirtz again up against Cáceres, who's largely done a good job against him, but he fouls him there, and that's an opportunity for Germany to play the ball in from the free kick.
Yeah, Cáceres comes in behind Wirtz and literally kicks him in the Achilles. He goes over, so it's left-hand side. Josh Kimmich on his right foot. I'm sure he's going to do the whipped-in ball.
Kimmich just trying to shade himself from the sun, just putting his hand up to his eyes. Can he come up with the key to unlock this Paraguayan defence? 4 minutes gone in extra time on TalkSport. Germany 1, Paraguay 1 at the Boston Stadium. The winners play France or Sweden. Kimmich will take it, raises the right hand. Here it comes, it's floated, goalkeeper comes and fists it away. Here it comes to Musiala, 25 yards out dead centre, out to Tah. Tah turns away from trouble. Velasquez couldn't get to him. Another turn by Tah, curling cross, headed away not very far. It's still loose and Germany win a corner. Goretzka tried to force it across, and Jonathan Tah turning into prime Ronaldinho for a moment.
Yeah, Jonathan Tah was funny there because he literally sold two players the wrong way with a little bit of a Johan Cruyff, didn't he?
Lovely stuff. Corner to Germany on the far side.
Of our younger viewers, Johan Cruyff was one hell of a talent.
Oh yes. That might be the first time and only time Jonathan Tah has been compared to Johan Cruyff. He'll love you for that. The goalkeeper Orlando Keel's just having an argument with the referee Jalal Jaid, pushing and shoving in front of the goalkeeper here ahead of this corner. Lots of pushing and shoving. Anton and Galaza going at it on the edge of the 6-yard box. Lots of air in it. Tar coming round the back. He won the header. And then Canale away. Germany complaining about a potential handball, but actually it's going to go Paraguay's way, the decision. Just wonder if that
went out
before Tar was able to get to it. Indeed, that's what the referee is hinting at. And actually it was chest control from Canale anyway. He's been immaculate alongside Gomez at the heart of that Paraguayan defence.
Two centre-halves have played really well for them.
It's only Canale's 5th cap. He plays for Lanús in Argentina. He only made his international debut in March. He didn't play in any of the qualifiers, but he has been excellent. Played forward by Rudiger to Kimmich. Germany still looking for a way to break down Paraguay.
There's not enough urgency, Kevin, in Germany's game. There really isn't.
This is Germany's first knockout game at the World Cup finals since the 2014 final. And they won that in extra time against Argentina. Mario Götze with the winner. One of the most famous goals in German history. Musiala finding Tar. Now it's out to Rudiger. Centre-backs are pushing forward for Germany. That threat in behind no longer there for Paraguay. Rudiger's cross towards Voltemada, brings it down, shot was charged down, and the ball just rolls away. And Galaza trying to let it run for the goal kick. Voltemada saying that should have been a corner to Germany, but it fell at his feet and he just couldn't get the shot away cleanly.
Got to be honest, it was an unbelievable block. Came in from the... I weren't sure if it's Gomez or Alonso. It was a great block.
And Germany, to a man on the touchline, were screaming for a potential penalty. But the two centre-backs, Gomez and Canale, threw themselves at the ball. Alonso in there as well. Paraguay still have a man down on the edge of their own 6-yard box here. So Tony Cascarino, we've had 7.5 minutes of extra time. Similar pattern really. Paraguay just digging in, trying to defend, and Germany struggling to open them up.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to, can Paraguay survive the 30 minutes extra time? Because I can only see Germany scoring, so they're going to have to, as we see more substitutions come on.
And it's interesting because they're going to bring on a player who was their top scorer in qualifying. They're going to bring on Antonio Sanabria. Got 4 goals in their qualification campaign. They only got 14, so that was a pretty big percentage. He went down alongside Jamie Vardy with Cremonese this season in Italy. And we're also going to bring on Brian Ojeda, who had a brief spell at Nottingham Forest. He was part of their promotion squad. And it's Cáceres, who was one of the players who's gone off. Brown is ready to take this corner. So Sanabria and Ojeda have come on. I'll tell me his thoughts on that in a moment. Sanabria is the central striker.
Well, he's got the number 9 shirt on, so hopefully he might be able to...
Brown's corner in, cleared to the edge of the area. Musiala will chase it down. Galaza trying to stop Musiala down by the byline. He's managed to get a foot in, but Musiala still going. It was good strength from Germany's number 10. It's with another cross, another dangerous ball. Went all the way through. Tar couldn't get there, and that's gone behind for the goal kick.
Well, it's another ball that swoops in. Bit of pace by Wirtz, doesn't quite get there.
For Paraguay, number 16, Damian Bobadilla,
just can't get there on the end of that cross.
Antonio Sanabria, and number
Just tidy up those substitutions for you, by the way. You can hear them probably on the tannoy. Damian Bobadilla was the second player to come off, so Juan Jose Cáceres and Damian Bobadilla, who looked out on his feet at the end of normal time, let alone extra time. He has been replaced, and they've just pushed Velasquez out to right back to replace Cáceres. He's a substitute himself, and Ojeda's moved into midfield for Paraguay. Fresh legs to try and stop Germany. Here's Anton, curling cross over the head of Voltemada, and the ball goes behind. for the goal kick. And Baltimore there, even though I'm not sure he could have got there, seems to have lead in his boots there.
Yeah, he didn't make any attempts for the leap to try and get on the end of the cross there. I thought it was a decent ball in, but maybe I'm being a bit unfair to him.
I genuinely don't think it's his strongest suit, you know.
No,
I know he's a big, tall guy, but he's not that kind of, you know, Roy of the Rovers type striker who's going to be flying in at the far post. It's not really his game. He's a link guy. He's somebody who has nice touches. There's a bit of Peter Crouch about him in that sense. A classic good touch for a big man. That's why he's all the more baffling, really, that Eddie Howe dropped him deeper and deeper and deeper. So when he's in that 10 position, it's very dangerous. Here's Goretzka trying to cross. Canale, for the umpteenth time, coming across to slam the door shut. He's been phenomenal for Paraguay so far. It's going to be a corner here for Germany, who are lightly tapping on the door. It's not really a serious knock on the door, is it, so far in extra time?
No, it's been a strange game.
Brown will take the corner, puffs his cheeks, gets ready to deliver left-footed. Germany need a bit of magic. Towards the far post again, and the header is sensational from Jonathan Tah. And Germany have turned it around in Boston. A wonderful lead from the centre-back. Paraguayan resistance is finally broken, and for the first time, Germany lead. It's Germany 2, Paraguay 1.
And what a header it was by Jonathan Tah. Far post, literally leaps to the highest, gets free at the far post, and powers it past Orlando Hill. No chance, straight head up. I think this is because basically most of the Paraguay players are out on their feet, and that's made the difference. What a good leap. Keeper no chance. 2-1.
It's only his second goal for Germany. What a big one it is. And Velasquez, one of the substitutes, got stuck underneath the ball. He initially moved towards Anton. He was in front of the goalkeeper. Then by the time he'd realised where the real danger was, it was too late. And Paraguay crushed by that second German goal. But the referee is still waiting just to see if Anton was in front of the goalkeeper impeding him. They're going to check this, the VAR team. And the referee just moving towards the sideline. Did wonder whether they'd have a look at that, maybe.
I thought there was a foul, a potential foul, that may be the issue.
With Anton and the goalkeeper in front of the goalkeeper, because he went down, didn't he? Now,
we'll see here. I'm not sure it was enough, but when you go to VAR, you know it's more likely to go against you.
All eyes on Jalal Jaid, the Moroccan referee. He will look at whether Valdemar Anton fouls Orlando Hill. He has an arm round him, heel goes to ground. Has Anton just stood his ground? Has the goalkeeper actually gone into him?
Yeah. He does a block on the keeper, Anton.
What's your gut feeling, Tony?
I think 9 times out of 10 when it goes to VAR, it's going to go against you. I mean, there's a block, but is that enough? Really? Is that enough to say that's chalked off?
I think the goalkeeper moves into him, to be honest.
So they come together, that's for sure.
Well, the central figure in the drama is Jalal Jaid of Morocco, our referee. He's just waving players from both teams away. This is a huge moment in the contest. I think he's just booked Almiron, who's already gone off.
After review, when the ball was in play, attacker number 3 prevent the goalkeeper to challenge in the ball. Final decision, foul.
Doesn't stand. Germany's goal is chalked off. Jonathan Tah denied. Julian Nagelsmann shakes his head. The Germany coach, a smile of disbelief. And the judgment is that Valdemar Anton blocked off the goalkeeper and did not allow him to challenge for the ball, and that's why Jonathan Tah's powerful header is not going to lead to a second German goal.
Well, it wasn't much of a foul. If anything, it's more of a block. And as you said, Kevin, the goalkeeper comes out to, makes contact with the player, Anton. So I think it's a bit harsh. But as soon as you know they go to the camera, the VAR, it's very likely it's going to get chalked off, and it has been.
Julian Nagelsmann had a face like thunder. He's just kind of grinning to himself, can't believe that goal has not stood. We're into stoppage time at the end of the first half of extra time. Julian Nagelsmann has been booked actually for his protests, and so has Gustavo Alfaro for his part in that argument on the sidelines. Both coaches booked in quick succession. Tempers flaring at the Boston Stadium. We're in the second of 4 additional minutes at the end of the first half of extra time. Paraguay still in with the chance of causing a massive upset. Caballero was trying to win a corner for his team there, and he has. He chased down a lost cause there, down the right, and he's been able to win that corner.
It certainly was by Caballero. They haven't offered much, have they, in this extra time or injury time?
What have they got left in the tank?
Yeah.
Mauricio to take the corner, left-footed in swinger towards the edge of the 6-yard box, flicked on. Alonso will go for it, left edge of the penalty area, high ball to the far post. Neuer got stuck underneath it, but has the ball gone out? I suspect it has, and that's going to be a goal kick. But that did not look particularly convincing from Manuel Neuer. They've got away with one there.
No, they didn't. It's a funny old cross, but it does go out of play.
He ran into his own post there, Neuer. 90 seconds remaining of the first half of extra time. It has been absorbing stuff here on TalkSport. Germany 1, Paraguay 1 in extra time. Here goes Musiala, taking on Alonso. Just knocked away from him. Voltemada goes down in the penalty area. Referee tells him to get to his feet. Voltemada left in a heap. Is there a case to answer? The referee initially says no. Will he be advised otherwise by his VAR team?
Oh, it's getting all very tense, isn't it?
Here's Valdemar Anton, whose block on the goalkeeper in the eyes of the referee, in the eyes of the VAR team, was the reason why Tah's goal was chalked off. Here is Tah in the centre circle. Strokes it to Valdemar Anton. Forward to Havertz. Havertz looking for Voltemada. But the ball never looked like reaching him, and then Anton and Mauricio were coming together, and Mauricio with a bit of a rugby tackle in truth. It's a bit of a mismatch between those two.
Cool. I must be honest, that there have been some right old battles going on out here.
You want to lace up the boots, Tony, don't you? Here is Anton, curling cross from the right-hand side, header away by Velasquez. It's come out to Beerts, looking for Havertz, wins the header and kept off the line by the goalkeeper. Looked like it was just dropping in from Kai Havertz, and Orlando Gil, who's a big tall goalkeeper, threw out a palm, managed to juggle the ball and just about bring it under his spell, and Paraguay survive.
Again, whip symbol. Bowenverts has done a number of these tonight, and a bit more pace on it. Kai Havertz just can't get high enough. Tired legs, can't get a clean header on the ball. Eventually it falls to Orlando Gil, and he takes it off the head of his defender in front of him.
Could have gone anywhere that from here, couldn't it? Because sometimes if you push it into the head of your defender, it can rebound behind you. But well beyond the 4 additional minutes. Just going back to the shout from Germany for the penalty, actually seemed like Holzmacher might have fouled Ojeda. It's half-time in extra time. Germany thought they'd taken the lead for the first time in this game, but Jonathan Tah's goal ruled out for a foul on the keeper by Valdemar Anton, and that's why at half-time in extra time at the Boston Stadium, Germany won, Paraguay won. Here we go then, thanks Hugh. Final 15 minutes of extra time. Is there yet more drama? Is there a winner? Or are we going to penalties for the first time in World Cup 2026? Germany have won all 4 of their World Cup shootouts. They've won their last 6 penalty competitions across World Cups and European Championships. A foul on Canale. It's going to be a free kick to Paraguay. Havertz goes across just to apologise and just check Canale's well-being. It's not a great challenge from Havertz.
No, it wasn't a great challenge. Canale, I mean, Havertz, I don't think it's sort of deliberately does catch Canale in the face as he runs past him.
Kai Havertz, who scored the equalising goal here on TalkSport in the 54th minute after Julio Enciso had put Paraguay in front in the 40 seconds. It has been a titanic tussle on TalkSport. Remember, still to come, we've got Netherlands against Morocco. That one kicks off at 2 in the morning. So many games coming your way. And Paraguay have won themselves a free kick here inside right channel, and it's only about 25 yards from goal, probably a little too far out and a little too wide for a shot, but Paraguay will have the chance to load the box.
Yeah, decent area of the pitch to get a ball in. Can you get a player, one of your defenders, or even a forward on the end of the cross?
Mauricio with a big indrawn breath. Here it comes, left-footed to the far post. It's down on the floor and Tah has to volley it behind for a Paraguay corner. He got first contact there, the South Americans.
Yeah,
couldn't quite make it count.
No, it was a decent ball in, but fortunately Tah just beat the defender to it to put it behind. Really good play.
Paraguay have offered increasingly little since they took the lead, but set pieces always give them a chance. It's delivered here by Mauricio, headed away by Wirtz. Little fall for Cubas, who's been tireless in midfield. Back out to Mauricio, good cross towards the captain Gomez at the near post, but Germany able to clear at the final moment. Looked as though Gomez was going to flash a header towards goal there. And then Caballero hooks it over his shoulder, looking for the run of Velasquez down the right-hand side. Germany clear through Anton. Well, this has been a decent start to the second half of extra time from Paraguay. Maybe they sense there's a chance to really make something happen. What a shock it would be. Paraguay, who lost their opener 4-1 to the USA, bounced back to qualify. Could they knock out Germany? Galaza on the edge of the German area. Brown's clearance is charged down. Rudiger with a thumping volley clearance. But here come Paraguay once again. Bit of space for Ojeda. Brian Ojeda in midfield. Out to the left-hand side, Mauricio. Curling cross, headed away by Tah. Paraguay on the front foot, rather surprisingly. And Goretzka, in trying to run it out, has lost it. Mauricio out to Ojeda. Inside left channel. 30 yards from goal. Has to come away from goal. And then it's just played all the way back to the goalkeeper heel. He pumps it long downfield, headed away by Rudiger solidly, and then a header back towards Neuer from Kimmich, which seemed unnecessary, and Neuer had to come right to the edge of his penalty area to take it on the banks.
Yeah, and he's so scrappy now, and I get it, lots of tired legs out there, players giving their all.
Ball through here towards Nathaniel Brown, and it was in the Paraguayan penalty area, and at the final moment Caballero just swept it behind for a German corner. Paraguay's formation all over the place at the moment. Anywhere will do.
Well, we've said numerous times, about how much they've given in this game, and there Nathaniel Brown, he was in a great position just to try and get a shot. He gets tackled, last ditch challenge by Caballero.
So Rudiger and Wirtz off. Nadim Amiri, who is an attacking midfielder, and the Newcastle defender Malik Chow are on. Chow is a danger from set plays. Kimmich is going to deliver this. Can Chow attack this, having only just come on? So Wirtz is withdrawn by Germany. Need a goal to prevent a penalty shootout. Kimmich to take it here on TalkSport towards the far post, and it's touched away by Heel, who looks as though he got stuck underneath that, the goalkeeper, but he managed to stretch every sinew and touch that over the top for a corner.
Yeah, luckily there for the keeper. I think he misread the cross. Gets caught under the ball. Slightly lucky. Lucky's a big man, 6'6". Orlando Gil.
Lacks experience, Orlando Gil. He's had some important interventions in this game. He's going to face another in-swinging corner here, which Nathaniel Brown will take, the left back. Lots of air on that. Goalkeeper doesn't come. It's only half cleared. Amiri thought about trying to attack that. Kubas trying to force his way out to Paraguay's defensive third. And here they come. Mauricio leading the charge. The number 11. Just checks. Plays it in field. Ojeda. Inside left channel. Brian Ojeda. Rolls the low ball to the edge of the box for Caballero. Caballero back to Kubas. Kubas out to Caballero again, wearing yellow boots, just drags the ball back with his studs, just tempts Anton into the challenge. Anton's moved out to left back, it seems, in this second half of extra time, presumably to release Nathaniel Brown further upfield.
Yeah.
112th minute on TalkSport. Germany 1, Paraguay 1. Germany taken to extra time. Half time, in normal time, they were 1-0 down. They have not played well.
Well, it get really nervous, you know, with literally 9-10 minutes to go, and it could be penalties. It's looking more likely.
And that's what Paraguay want. A chance to create some history. A chance to dump out one of the huge names in World Cup history. Germany 4 times winners. Champions in 2014. A bit of space for Musiala down the right. Skips away from Galaza. And then a yelp from Musiala as he is brought down by Alonso. Musiala's furious. Of course, he's missed a big chunk of the season with injury, so he's going to be especially sensitive. It was not a great challenge from Alonso. Free kick.
Well, I mean, certainly, for me, Musiala's made the absolute most of it. Is it a foul? Yes. I mean, we've got 2 Paraguayan players down, injured, so I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if they collided when Musiala was challenged.
Well, Alonso seems to hurt himself in making the challenge. I think Galaza's just absolutely finished. He's so tired, he's just said, can I have a little rest here on the floor? He's just battling with Kimmich for a little while. Kimmich's trying to get the ball off him, and then Galaza's gone down under the most playful of taps from Kimmich. At the end of it, it's a German free kick on the right-hand side. 113 minutes have gone here on TalkSport. Germany 1, Paraguay 1. High drama in Boston. Kimmich's delivery. Goalkeeper comes, goalkeeper gets. Sensational from Heel. Came to the edge of the 6-yard box. 2 big long arms thrust out, and he was able to grab that ball.
Yeah, he's done that well tonight, hasn't he? Orlando Gil. He really has.
Space here for Amiri, who made a goal for Undav when he came on as a sub against Ivory Coast, and he thought he'd won a free kick there, but he's been dispossessed. Caballero now for Paraguay. Skips away from a couple of challenges. Voltemada dispossesses him, and now Kimmich on the move for Germany. Havertz, who scored Germany's equaliser, charging forward here. Kai Havertz goes down. Referee says, get to your feet. It's away by Canale. It's chaos.
It's
It's like 9 pins, isn't it? Players going down all over the place.
Oh dear.
Everybody's out on their feet. Players, coaches, commentators, you name it. But we'll make that final push for you. Don't you worry. Here's Malik Chow. Finding Nadim Amiri. Wearing number 10, 20, the Mainz man. Kimmich now. Moving from left to right. Rolls the ball out to Anton on the far side, the Germany right. Again, Musiala can't skip away from the Paraguayan challenge, but now he has. But there's always a second man. Galaza was beaten, Alonso was not, and Musiala's jumped in. That's a yellow card for Musiala, and he might be a little bit lucky that it's only a yellow. That was pure frustration and pure anger from Musiala from the challenge he'd had a few moments ago. And it's not like him, that kind of challenge, but he's gone flying into Galaza and he picks up a yellow card.
Well, he's a lucky boy because the intent was there with a rush of blood to his head, and I understand from Musiala's point of view that he's had quite a number of challenges himself, but he's totally lost it. I was surprised that this didn't get looked at by VAR.
Jamal Musiala, who played for England at under-21 level before switching to Germany, the country where he was born, said it was a tough decision, but it's an honour to wear the Germany shirt. So he fills in with pride every time he plays. And Galaza, I think, to be honest, Tony Cascarino's just enjoying having a nice sit down, isn't he?
Well, it's been a hectic. It's been, at times a slow game, and then it's sped up, and a lot of misplaced passes. It's had a lot of everything really tonight.
A yellow card flashed at the Germany bench. Benny Hübner has picked up a caution there. One of the Paraguayan support staff has just been yellow carded as well. We're in the 117th minute of a real scrap and arm wrestle at the Boston Stadium. Germany 1, Paraguay 1, and we are heading at the moment for penalties. Germany have never lost a penalty shootout at the World Cup. Paraguay won their only World Cup penalty shootout in the round of 16 in 2010. They did lose their last shootout at a major tournament. They lost at Copa America against Peru in 2021. Galaza, who's just got to his feet after being hammered by Musiala, has now launched into a challenge himself and has been shown the yellow card.
Yeah, Ben catches his back of his Achilles on the side of his boot, catches Musiala.
Yeah, no surprise it was Musiala that was fouled. Those two having a right old duster between them.
Number 23, Marius Camarza,
Germany ready to take a free kick. 118th minute. What have Germany got left in the tank? What have Paraguay got left in the tank at the Boston Stadium? We are headed for penalties at the moment on TalkSport. First time in this World Cup. But here's Havertz with a header from the right corner of the penalty area for Germany. But Galaza comes across and wins the ball. He's found a second wind, Galaza. He couldn't keep the ball in.
To be fair, he looked like he was out on his feet 40 minutes ago, Galaza.
Kimmich's delivery is blocked by a Paraguayan head, but it is going to be a German corner. Just rolls the right side of the corner flag from Germany's point of view. Paraguay have not had a goal attempt in extra time. I think anyone's surprised by that. Germany have had the ball in the net, but had the goal ruled out. Jonathan Tah denied. Can they come up with something here in the 119th minute? Brown with the corner, left-footed, whipped in with pace and headed straight at the goalkeeper. What an opportunity for Valdemar Anton, and he has plonked it straight into the gloves of Orlando Hill.
Yeah, I'd say goal straight away. We had a free header. Okay, he's battling with defenders to win it, but his header goes straight into the arms of Orlando Hill. Really, really golden opportunity with literally 2 minutes to go.
How significant a moment could that prove to be? Here's Mauricio leading the charge for Paraguay. Are they to deliver another sucker punch in this game? Mauricio down with the corner flag on the far side, the Paraguay left. A little drag back by Galaza, but he's lost it. And here comes Musiala. He's managed to escape the trap. He's beaten 3 players. That's the real Jamal Musiala. Now he finds Goretzka trying to move through the gears, but he's lost possession. Wonderful work there by Tony Sanabria, the centre forwards. And then he's dispossessed by Brown. It's chaos, absolute chaos. And then Sanabria dived into Goretzka. Goretzka's just dragged him down. It's all happening. Here come Germany. down the inside right channel. 120th minute on TalkSport. 1-1. Havertz goes down. Free kick Germany. Inside right channel. It's our old friend Galaza again.
Galaza. He has literally been involved in every tackle all over the pitch tonight.
How many Galazas are out there? It's extraordinary. Now this is interesting because they don't really have a natural left footer who would whip this in to try and score. So Amiri, who's a right footer, and Kimmich, who's a right footer, are both over it. Now Amiri can whip them. It'd be interesting to see if he would try and catch the goalkeeper out at his near post, but the obvious play here is to try and play it to the far post. Tar is there, Havertz is there, Chiao is there, Goretzka too. They've got plenty of aerial targets here. Captain Kimmich and the wild card Amiri stand over it. We're into the first of 2 additional minutes at the end of extra time. Is this the moment for Germany? It's going to be Amiri, and he has gone for goal, and he hits the side netting. Not far away from Nadim Amiri, but in the end, not close enough.
Yeah, nearly.
Additional time.
That slight bend on the ball, just can't get it on target. To be fair, I think the keeper had it covered anyway.
I've seen him catch goalkeepers out before with that. And there's going to be another change here for Paraguay. It's going to be the former West Ham defender Fabian Balbuena who will come on, and he'll replace Junior Alonso, who looks like he can barely walk. So he's off and Balbuena comes in just for the final few
Substitution for
seconds.
Paraguay, number 6.
Heel
Junior Alonso,
locks it long.
number 5,
Goalkeeper for
Fabian
Paraguay made some important saves in this game. Look as though we're going to penalties at the Boston Stadium. Still to come on TalkSport. 2 o'clock in the morning, Netherlands-Morocco. It's going to be well worth waiting for with Ian Danter and Mickey Gray. But this is not done yet between Germany and Paraguay. 1-1. We're heading for spot kicks, but here comes Paraguay. Well, I was going to say a dangerous ball in from the left, but it was anything but. And it is all over. It's going to be penalties between Germany and Paraguay. The South Americans have dragged Germany all the way to this conclusion. Germany have never lost a World Cup penalty shootout. Is that about to change? At the end of extra time at the Boston Stadium, it's Germany 1, Paraguay 1. We go to penalties. Thanks, Hugh. Kai Havertz stepping up first for Germany, it seems. Big difference between the experience levels of the two goalkeepers. Orlando Gil, the Paraguayan goalkeeper, has only ever faced 6 penalties. 5 of them went in. Manuel Neuer has had 65 go past him in his career, but 17 did not. Which of the two goalkeepers, who are now talking to the referee, Jalal Jaid, will step forward and be the hero tonight? Germany have never lost a World Cup penalty shootout. They've won all 4. But Paraguay haven't either. They've had one and won one. Havertz to take the first spot kick. He scored in normal time for Germany. Heel bouncing on the balls of his feet. All in purple. Havertz having to wait a long time here. Hands on hips. Kai Havertz to try and give Germany the lead in the shootout. Puffs his cheeks. Stutter step. Saved by Orlando Gil. Havertz went to the goalkeeper's left, and it was a comfortable save. And first blood is drawn by Paraguay.
Well, what is the stutter before Havertz's penalty? Straight at Orlando Gil, and he gets his hand to it. But that stop, start, stutter, whatever you want to call it, not a fan of it at all. And Kai Havertz has just missed the first penalty for Germany.
Heartbreak for Havertz. And the first Paraguayan taker, the substitute Mauricio, born in Brazil, but now a man of Paraguay. Places the ball. The number 11. His long hair back in a hairband. He wipes his hands on his shorts. The gargantuan figure of Manuel Neuer, all in yellow, standing between him and glory. Mauricio up against Neuer. Who will win the battle? Mauricio will win the battle. Swept it into the corner. Neuer went the right way. It did not matter. Paraguay leads.
Yeah, really good penalty by Mauricio. He decided what I was talking about just before. Head down, whipped it to the left of Neuer. No chance. It was in the back of the net before, even though Neuer went the right way.
So much pressure on the next Germany taker, who will be the captain, Joshua Kimmich. Part of a generation that has struggled at major tournaments. He's been in tears more often than not. He's felt it so personally. Huge moment for the captain of Germany, Joshua Kimmich, against Orlando Heel. Can Kimmich score a penalty for Germany? He does. Little stutter step. He dragged the ball into the bottom left corner and Heel went the wrong way. Germany level at 1-1, but Paraguay have a penalty in hands.
He knew where he wanted to put it there. Kimmich, he's decided with his right foot, put it in the bottom right hand corner. Keeper Orlando Heel, he went the wrong way. So back on Paraguay.
It's going to be the Paraguay captain now, the centre-back Gustavo Gomez, to step up, to take responsibility, as he's just seen Kimmich do. It's a very straight-on run-up from Gomez. Here he comes, a long run-up, so calm, low into the bottom right corner. Neuer went the wrong way. Paraguay 2-1 up after 2 penalties each.
Yeah, and a really strange run up, but again, he just hit it first time into the corner. And a decent penalty there. Neuer just goes the wrong way. Now Musiala.
Jamal Musiala, who came on as a substitute. Can he keep Germany on track? They are 2-1 down after 2 penalties each. Orlando Heel chewing furiously. The Paraguay goalkeeper. Here comes Musiala, sauntering up and just about squeezes it home. Heel went the right way, got a hand to it, couldn't keep it out.
Oh, that was close. Musiala whips it with his right foot. Orlando Heel read the penalty, just can't get his, 6'6", his big frame, he gets his hand, but not enough on it to stop it going in the back of the net.
Heart in mouth time there for Jamal Musiala.
Absolutely.
Here comes Galaza, Matthias Galaza.
I can't believe he's got the legs to take this penalty.
He's put his heart and soul into this.
He's got one last kick. He's literally tackled everything tonight. Can he tackle a penalty?
He's going to take it left-footed. Can he beat Manuel Neuer from 12 yards? Matthias Galaza rolls it so calmly into the net. And it is 3-2 to Paraguay after 3 spot kicks each.
Side foots it, left-footed, slowly walks up to it, sends Neuer the wrong way. I tell you, that was a cool customer there. Galaza.
Well, he thumps his heart in celebration and pride. And Nick Voltemade.
Now pressure, 4-on-5.
He's had a really tough season with Newcastle. Big, tall striker. Can he beat Kiel? It's Voltemade, hands on hips. It's another slow run-up. It's a really slow run-up. It's saved by Orlando Heel. And Paraguay are within touching distance of a major World Cup shock. Voltemade denied. Orlando Heel once again a hero.
Kevin, I'm not being funny. What was that walk up to the penalty spot? It was literally crawl like a tortoise to the penalty spot. And the keeper, he's made it easy for him. If he goes the right way with attempting to take that type of penalty, he's saving it. And that's what's happened.
I'll tell you what, Hill did brilliantly to stay on his line because he's trying to draw him off his line.
Well, he's still with it.
Tony Sanabria can win this for Paraguay. He can make himself a hero. He can write his name into World Cup history. Antonio Sanabria for the win from 12 yards. Sanabria misses! Oh, the game on the line! History on the line! And he failed to hit the target. He has dragged it wide.
He's missed it completely. He's about a foot wide of the right-hand post. He's got the goal at his mercy. And he's whipped it wide of the post. No, he doesn't even have to save it.
So still 3-2 Paraguay. Germany have to score.
Yeah. So they've sort of had three chances really, haven't they?
Nadim Amiri is an excellent penalty taker. And he's coming up number 5 for Germany. This is a huge pressure penalty. The man from Mainz to keep Germany in the World Cup. Amiri has to score. Hands on hips, it'll be a straight runner. Can Heel save again? Nadim Amiri for Germany scores.
Well,
3-3.
Paraguay have got the chance again to win it.
Germany have missed 2.
Amiri, decent pen, really good pen.
Paraguay have missed 1. They have another match point, another chance to make history.
Well, you've got to get it on target, and you don't be clever, just try and pick your spot.
It's another substitute who's going to take it, the former West Ham man, Fabian Balbuena. Paraguay within touching distance of an amazing result. It's Balbuena and saved by Neuer! Germany clinging on by their fingernails, but they're still in the World Cup.
How are they still in this World Cup? You know, Paraguay have had 2 opportunities to score one of their penalties, and to be fair, Neuer's read the penalty perfectly. I know it's difficult and it's a really easy thing to say from here, but what a glorious opportunity for Paraguay to eliminate Germany.
40 years of age, still producing heroics for Germany. Manuel Neuer, he plunged to his left to make the save. Jonathan Tah to put Germany in front 4-3. Can the big defender do it? It's Tah. He's missed over the top. Miles over from Jonathan Tah. And Paraguay will have a 3rd chance to win it.
Well, this penalty is probably the worst of them all. He's literally blasted. It's like imagine a rugby post, because he's hit his eyes if he's done a kick over the path.
This is truly extraordinary here on TalkSport.
Well, 3 on the spin. Surely Paraguay can't miss 3 on the spin.
And it is one of their defensive heroes, Jose Canale. Only made his Paraguay debut in March. Can Canale score? Here he comes. Oh! He does! Paraguay are through to the last 16. And for the first time in World Cup history, Germany lose a penalty shootout. It's dismay and disaster for Germany. Another wasted World Cup. Out in the group stage in 2018. Out in the group stage in 2022. And out in the round of 32 in 2026. But for Paraguay, an extraordinary achievement. They will face either France or Sweden in the last 16. They showed grit, they showed heart, they showed determination, and they have knocked Germany out of the World Cup finals.
Well, they weren't as good as Germany. They haven't got as much quality, nowhere near the standard of players that the Germans have got. But I'll tell you what, they got big hearts, the Paraguay team, and they deserved it tonight. I thought their courage, their performance, grit, everything you'd expect of them. And in the penalty shootout, well, it was there for them, and they managed to get over the line. And it was edgy, it was nervous. But boy, I really feel like Paraguay deserved it.
World Cup history has a long list of names. You can add the name of Jose Canale, who has won this for Paraguay in only his 5th cap. The final score at the Boston Stadium, Germany won, Paraguay won, but incredibly, Paraguay have won this 4-3 on penalties, and they go through to the round of 16.